Hello YouTube, welcome back. No webcam again today, just a little slideshow. It's not that exciting, but it's, a bit different, isn't it? It's lovely. I'll get rid of it if people don't like it. It'll be fine. So, let's take a look at the fortress as it stands. Now, last session we lost 90%, I would say, of all the progress that was made because of a crash that happened fairly late in. So I think I need to be careful with my save discipline. I need to be very careful about making sure that I don't just allow all the progress I make to disappear into the ether because of some minor memory glitch. It's not good. You don't want that to happen. So let's take a little look here. I want these guys digging around. That's fine. I'm going to unpause it. I'm just going to nursemaid them. Actually, before we do that, let me just check no one's in the trade depot. No, the Trade Depot is absolutely fine. What have we got over here? Anything exciting? Cowards? YouTube cowards? Are you suggesting that somehow it is braver to watch on Twitch? I mean, they're getting pretty much exactly the same content, just much, much later down the line. That's a good point. I should upload some shit, shouldn't I? I'm all backed up again. I'm full of shit. I need to expel it and get it out there on the internet. What have we got going up here? All good. Sorry, I'm just doing a little in my head tally of what's going on over here. Yeah, building. What were these again? Oh yeah, this was a guild hall for something, metalsmith, something like that, and this was a temple for the. Ah shit! I wrote it down and then forgot it again. Some kind of food god, some kind of god that was culinarily based, I think. Hello Cupo, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us again. I'm just getting cracking, just having a little recap of what's going on in the fort, more for my own benefit than anyone else's, to be honest. Has to be said, my memory is not what it... Well, I was going to say it's not what it once was, but I can't remember a time when it was good, so maybe it was never good. Maybe it was always bad. I like to think that. Somehow there's a kind of comforting consistency there in that idea. Let's get back down here, though, unpause the game, and let these little lads swing their picks around and get stuff dug out, because that's what we need. I'm not actually sure they're swinging them around and around. That feels like a weird way to describe it, doesn't it? They're windmilling their picks. It's too similar a word to dicks as well, isn't it? It suggests... Well, it doesn't suggest. Only maybe in my smutty mind. We'll see. We'll see. Come on, guys. Dig this stuff out. I know you're worried about hot stone, but trust me, I've seen this in an alternate timeline. I've Marty McFly'd it. I've been forwards. I've been backwards. I can tell you right now, there's nothing to worry about. You can diggy dig to your heart's desire. Just swing that pick, slam it on the stone, and dig out those chunky chunks, because that's what we need you to do. ASAP, please. AFAP? As fast as possible? AFAP? But that's not something that really speeds shit up, is it? That, if anything, that's going to slow stuff down. Don't do that. Don't do that. I can't tell you a single thing I've ever forgotten, says Cupo. I know, right? It's terrible. It should be the opposite. If the world had any justice, if the universe in any way considered justice as an element in its unfolding and its progression, I think we would all be able to say that we'd remember the things we'd forgotten. Then again, I suppose technically at that point you haven't forgotten, and therefore, rather than making a more benign type of forgetting in this hypothetical universe, what I've done is I've completely annihilated the possibility of forgetting, therefore condemning us to a new kind of hell. A new kind of unrelenting photographic memory that never allows us to forget any of the shameful or perhaps hurtful things we've done. My God. I'm feeling very Black Mirror. I don't know if you've noticed. I just had a moment of Black Mirror-ness there. Don't worry. It's all this red hot stone stuff. It's just winding me up. It's hardly annoying. I spent a good few minutes making sure I had a hot drink to put in my Tacoma Games mug so I could chill my little socks off. And then I realised... You're not set the camera up, scoundrel. It doesn't matter what mug you're drinking out of. You could just tell people that if they're in the Tacoma area of Washington State, United States of America, then they should probably try visiting Tacoma Games, which sell tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, board games, polyhedral dice, miniatures, etc. And I could just wave the wave the mug in the air where the camera would be seeing it otherwise, and it would feel just the same as normal, but, oh well. You'll just have to trust me and believe that I am using the mug. Hello, Rando. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. I had no idea you were so full of regrets. I'm not. Don't worry. I was thinking the other day, I lead some kind of sort of haunted, charmed life. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty pleased with the way my life's unfolded. But it's kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's not like the most amazing, fantastic life of achievement. Let's put it that way. But I'm quite happy. I'm doing pretty well. Got my kids, got my girlfriend, got my house. It's okay. I can't complain. It would be churlish of me to do so, considering there are small children scurrying over the surface of vast oceans of trash and rubbish and other forms of refuse over on the other side of the world, gathering bent hypodermic needles with their calloused, thick skin on their feet. Then, considering that's what they're doing, I'm doing pretty damn good. I'm having a hell of a time. Achievements are overrated. There's plenty of them on Steam. Either way, you'll never get. That's true. I'm not going to get all the Steam achievements. First of all, for that to happen, I would have to buy all the Steam games, and I'm fairly certain some of them have been removed and discontinued, so that's impossible from the get-go. Furthermore, it's not that rewarding, I don't think. I have a little flutter of interest when a little achievement pops up when I'm playing a game on Steam. I go, oh, and I look over, I take a little peek in the corner. Maybe if I miss what it says, I'll shift tab and I'll take a look at it. But rarely have I ever got an achievement on Steam and felt an actual sense of achievement. A mild piquing of curiosity is the highest extent I've ever got to. Excuse me, hiccuping and burping all over the place. Terrible. Feels like it's going to be a dark one tonight, doesn't it? Opening with the dump kid stuff. Not excellent. Not an omen of light and tippy-tappy toes. Light and tippy-tappy toes? Not entirely sure where I was going with that. That feels like an underdeveloped idea that perhaps I should have left in the psychological oven a little longer to come out nice and golden brown, rather than the steaming, soggy mess that poured out. The scoundrel's capacity to miss a joke is boundless. It is. It is. I can do that all fucking day. That's what I do. Achievement unlocked. Correct screw pump usage. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Screw pumps. They're twisting my melon, man. They're screwing my noggin. They're screwing my nog in. That's not what I meant to say, but it is what I ended up saying. Very weird thing to say. Define correct. Well, that's difficult. That's a toughie. For me, at least. I'm sure someone who's taken a series of philosophy? What the fuck was going on there? Philosophy courses will be able to do that quite easily. They'll be like, oh yeah, no worries. Define correct. Yeah, what do you want? It's easy peasy. Come on. Come on, dum-dum. Dimbulb. Dum-dum Dimbulb. Now there's a name. That would be some cruel parents right there. And, pretty presumptuous. I mean, you can't... obviously sometimes you can know. But most of the time you can't know if a kid's going to be a bit of a dull tool. A dull tool. That's a double diss. Not just a tool, you're also dull. Dear oh dear. How dare I be so heartless about children? Let's go back up to the surface, because I'm concerned about the absence of minors here. Everyone seems to be having a rare old time dancing around on the surface, hauling things back and forth from the trade depot. But is that really what I want them doing? I don't think it is. I feel like my needs, my desires, will be better fulfilled by them focusing on the digging. Look, here goes a miner. Down the stairs, you see him, off on his little way, heading down to presumably the lowest levels of the mines. I mean, all of our miners should be doing this, not just the one. They all should be down there on the diggy face, swinging them picks. And are they swinging those picks? They are not. They are not. Raise the kid in an opaque box and never speak to it. Easy. I mean, that is probably one of the easiest childcare systems or regimens. It's one of the easiest childcare techniques that I have heard to date. I've not, I must admit, I'm not one of those parents who seeks out advice, I have to say. It's not, I don't need to read books and books about it. Most people figure it out. Most people don't end up killing their kids. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Stop worrying. Jesus Christ. But, were I to wish to bring up my children in the dwarven style, maybe putting them in an opaque box would be the best way to go. Possibly. I'm not sure. I lost my way halfway through that. I don't know if you noticed. There was a moment where I thought, oh, this is going somewhere. Yes, I've definitely got an idea here that I can follow. And then the flashing lights on the screen just distracted me for a moment, and the thought went off like a little will-o'-the-wisp floating over a bog. As in a swamp, not a toilet. Come on. Disgusting. I mean, I may produce some horrific gases, but I've never produced a will-o'-the-wisp. Imagine that. Imagine just turning around and there's Kenneth Williams floating out of your bumhole, a spectral blue creature with a pointy nose. You remember that? Do you remember what I'm talking about? Is this reference missing the post? Missing the post? You want it to miss the post. You want it to go into the goal. The post defines a very near miss. It doesn't define any kind of success. Come on, scoundrel. Get on top of your metaphors. Was that even a metaphor? I'm not sure. I just want this damn tunnel dug. That's all I know now. It's taking too long. I shouldn't be standing here staring at these little dwarves digging this tunnel this slowly. I should be gadding around upstairs looking at all the artifacts we've built, trading with elves, you know, the fun stuff, talking about musical instruments before it's too late and I'm feeling tired. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. You don't have to go all the way to the surface. This is unnecessary. This is entirely unnecessary. No, come back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I suppose this is a very deep work site. They are going a very long way from home, so we can't really blame them for taking a little bit of time off, can we? I mean, I could. If I was some kind of employer or manager, then perhaps we could expect some kind of level of mercy and empathy from me, but I'm not. I'm an extra-dimensional overseer. I am effectively taking the role of a god here. Maybe I didn't create the world. Maybe I'm not on the tippy-top of the pantheon. Sure, I ain't Tarn Adams. I'm not sitting up there lording it over everybody going, oh, I programmed you. Oh, I am directly responsible for your creation and the strata of physics underneath your existence that made it possible. Oh, you know, lording it over the dwarves, not me. I'm sitting there going, I'm just trying to look out for your best interests here. I want to make sure you're all safe and sound, living in a nicely functioning colony. It'll be amazing. Just do what I say. Or at least do what I intend. That's what I think. Do what I intend. Don't do what I say. Because sometimes I say things wrong. Just figure it out. You can do it, dwarves. Sorry, I went on a weird sort of pseudo-messianic rant there. Bit of a problem. I need to get that in check, don't I? Ooh, Rando wants a namey. Well, it'll happen. It'll happen, although I don't think I'm going to be going into Dwarf Therapist to do any namies until this corridor has been dug. This definitely needs to be dug before I do anything else, because it's... I can't tell a lie about it, it is winding me up. Just seeing these dead brown markings here, these inert work tags, it's a bit irritating. There's a little glimmer of hope based around this flashing piece of copper ore, but it's not a massive amount of hope. Hello Art, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Just don't get your head checked by a jumbo jet, then write a song about it. Especially not a second song. Don't get my head checked by a jumbo jet. Heavens above. I feel like this is some deep lyrical reference that I'm having more trouble than I should picking out. Don't get your head checked by a jumbo jet. Are we talking about the chicken song here? Is this some kind of opaque reference to the Spitting Image chicken song? Are you the algorithm from YouTube? Have you been looking at what I've been watching? Weird. Song 2. You know what? I'm one of those people who eggcorns the Song 2 lyrics. I've never known what they were. I get my head checked by a Jumanji. I always imagine Robin Williams there with a pair of clippers coming after Damon Albarn. Oh, I'm going to cut your hair off. Getting all excited. In fact, no, even let's dial that excitement up a bit. Let's make this like peak cocaine days Robin Williams chasing after him with some clippers. Oh, I'm going to cut your hair off. It's going to be some powerful stuff. A heady tonic. Something to cheer us up in these darkish times. Not my problem. I do remember Song 2 being a definite winner on the old pub jukebox though. I remember going home hoarse of an evening after it had been played, much to the chagrin of the staff. They told us to be quiet on my 18th birthday. How rude. If only they'd known. It was vital to the celebration of my ascendancy to manhood that we sing American Pie at 3 billion decibels. Oh well, they learned in the end. By H.M. Boucher. By H.M. Boucher. Is that how it is? Is that the actual lyrics, or am I hoping too hard? Am I dreaming too much? Pablo Rasta the Spinner is dehydrated. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. In fact, looking down here at the happy numbers / sad numbers, I'm noticing that we've got 2 miserable motherfuckers down here just waiting for a little bit of psychological help. Just holding their hand out with a sad look on their face, looking up to me and saying, please, strange demiurge, stealer of reality, temporary caretaker of our dimension, please help me. Please save me from this state of psychological pain that I am in. And I will say, follow me, my child. Come to the psychological respite room, where I will grind you into a small puddle of muck. That's basically the plan. Basically the plan for the sad ones. In my band of 95% original songs, Song 2 was one of our cover songs to pad out the set. I mean, I don't want to sit here bad-mouthing your musical strategies, but I will say that if you're looking for a filler song, Blur do have longer offerings. It is possible. I mean, go for something like, if you want to really pad it out, go for something like Iron Maiden's Rime of the Ancient Mariner, or Coma by Guns N' Roses. Those are really going to pad your set out. Those are big wads of stuffing to ram into the creases between the cushions of your set. Excuse me? I didn't say that. Ignore me. If you walk them in, they can't leave between wall them in. That isn't that crazy. In fact, I don't think that's crazy at all. Let's wall him in. Well, do we want to wall this one in or one of the others? And would he attempt to climb? Could he attempt to go through these gaps here and climb round? Because I don't like the idea of him thinking, oh, I could do it the sleep, or I could do it the sandwich, and then he just sort of slips into the lava, giving a little. Well, we've had this covered before. He wouldn't give a plop, would he? It'd be more of a thud. Hitting lava is more like a thud, because it is just hot. Molten is fairly relative terminology, right? It's not molten like chocolate. It's molten like stone. But, trust me, just hang around for a bit longer. It'll get better, I promise. I'll do my best. I swear. Breed by Nirvana was a longer filler that required no thought. I mean, I forget the actual lyrics or indeed music of the song, although maybe it doesn't have any lyrics. It could be one of those ones. My favourite was the one about the fish. What's it called? The End of Nevermind. What was it? I can't remember how it goes now. I remember it had something to do with fish in it. Underneath the bridge. Is that what it goes like? Is that how it is? Or am I mixing Red Hot Chili Peppers and Nirvana into an ungodly mush? Because it's not impossible. It's quite likely. Right, now we've got miners down here. But they're going again. Come on, lads. There's plenty of work for everybody. Come on. They're off again. My lack of enthusiasm for walling them in, which wasn't exactly a huge lack of enthusiasm. I was actually quite enthusiastic about it, but, my lack of action in walling them in has resulted in another long-distance walk between jobs. Tragedy. Oh, that was the song. That is the song. I think the best, in my opinion, the best Nirvana album is the Unplugged one. Right? Penny Royalty, the one about the girl sleeping elsewhere. Where did you go last night? Oh, and of course we've all seen the Puddle of Mud cover. That was one of the more strained variations. Oh. Excuse me. A little glug there. My God, how long can these dwarves take to get down here? I daren't put the order in to build the wall now for fear of logging them. blocking them out. What are you doing down here? You look like a carpenter, or at the very least some kind of wood cutter. This is material beyond your ability. This is... Okay. Tell a lie. A man of many skills, I see. Someone capable of moving both logs and stone. Impressive. What are you, sir? A geojack? Some kind of lumber mason? Other hybrid terms? Geojack didn't sound good. Geojack sounds like something that would come out of the 90s, right? Oh no, the monsters are going to kill us, but luckily I got my geojack. All rangers geojack together. And then all the kids would pose and they'd have some kind of transformation scene. You know what I mean. That's what it would sound like. That's what geojack sounds like. Whereas wood mason, lumber mason, I don't know. That doesn't sound very good either, does it? It doesn't have any kind of ring to it. Terrible stuff. Grade G material, this. Don't worry, I'm just warming up. We're ramping up. I'll say something funny in about half an hour. Don't worry. Geographically jack off in a single place. Oh, maybe a geojack is like a novelty fleshlight made out of geodes. Like, filled with sharp, jagged crystals. I don't think... Obviously, it's a novelty item. I mean, you would have to print in enormous letters on it. Do not actually use to masturbate unless you want to cut your old chap to ribbons. Obviously. I mean, that's like basic health and safety stick. If any of you happen to be some kind of crystal fetishist, I mean, sure, smooth, polished, correctly shaped, put it up your bottom for a bit of a treat. But don't stick your dick in it. It's going to end in tears. Horrible, crystalline tears. Don't do it. Not even once. Keep your old fella out of a geode. There we go. A little public service announcement for all those geological fetishists out there. Well, there you go, Cupo. I see Cupo noticed it sounds like a sex act with a rock. Before I even got there, I look over at the chat now and I see I'm not alone. We have like minds. Silver from Nevermind was one of my faves. Mum and Dad went to a show. They dropped me off at Grandpa Joe's. I kicked and screamed, said, "Please don't go. Grandma, take me home." Is that Silver? To be fair, I probably know the lyrics. Most of the music I was listening to at the time, I was actually listening to Nirvana in any serious way, was actually a lot more aggressive death metal, like Dying Fetus, so I never really put a huge amount of stock in being able to pick lyrics from music. It was always more of a melange experience, an audio melange. I very much consumed highly processed music that was all blended up into a single noise, a mono yorp, if you will. But oh damn, I forgot to bugger it. So I was never really paying much attention to lyrics, which perhaps I should have done, for I'm sure there were a number of CDs in my collection that if I were to listen to the lyrics now would be like, whoa, hold on a second, I don't agree with this at all. This seems like a terrible idea. Oh, hello, what's this? We've been called up. A guild representative from Behal Mathras has arrived. Well, excellent news. What wonderful news. Let's get down to the trade depot and... Oh, wait, no, I just remembered. I don't actually care. Just get down here, lads. Come on, get to the trade depot. We'll do the deeds. We'll trade everything, and I'll get on with digging my little tunnel down here, which I have no doubt, is still waiting to be extended. Come on, lads. Have I put this in yet? I have. Has it been linked up to a switch yet? There's an important question. So this one, you're linked to. Only one. Only one of my floodgates is connected. Only one of my floodgates is gonna work. And link F for floodgate. Very well done, scoundrel. Congratulations. And then we'll connect up to this nice floodgate using asterisk level materials, and then I'm also going to link up to the final floodgate. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm sure we all get a piece of music to which I am referencing. And then we've got to put 3 more floodgates in down here as well. Woohoo! And I'm feeling heavy metal. Ah, you have a fistful of mercury, I guess. Nirvana isn't a word band for sure. No, I mean, maybe their lyrics are important, but I never bothered. Krug Smash's latest thought, he's doing your dream elf exotic animal buying and breeding. He's got a breeding pair of grizzly bears. Well, I don't want to upstage the old Krug, Mr. Smash, but I myself have a number of types of bears. A medley of ursine creatures just waiting to be forced into coitus. And then we will have an army of tiny little baby bears. It'll be nice. Be nice. Everyone will be able to feel really grim when they're hacked to death in a war. It's getting darker. First it's dump kids, now it's dead baby bears. Excuse me. Oh, hello. Who are you? Tobal, Leatherbow, the miner. How did you die? Why are you here? I'm not happy with this. I'm going to get you busted. I'm going to get you busted because busting makes me feel good. Let's put some floodgates in. So BX, there we go. I'm going to pop a floodgate here. We're using orthoclase one? Sure. Let's bung in another orthoclase one here. And fuck it, let's just go full orthoclase. Why not? Bit concerned that they're not yellow. That is the standard colour of orthoclase in Dwarf Fortress, but whatever. Whatever. What you mocking me because I can recognise materials in Dwarf Fortress by colour? Fuck you barbarians. The Forgotten Beast, Yonalirofa Worthiqualia has come. A gigantic hairy lobster. It has a knobby trunk, and it is ravening. Its eyes glow scarlet. Its red hair is very curly. Beware its deadly spittle. I would beware its deadly spittle, but honestly, it's in a locked-off cavern. I don't really give a monkey's tits about this Forgotten Beast. So as exciting as a gigantic hairy lobster with a knobbly trunk is, red hair, red eyes, I mean, it's been cooked, clearly. But exciting as it is, I'm going to ignore it. But these guys can get their wagons in. What was the problem last time? I'm pretty sure last time we played, there was a load of people who turned up and went, I don't think we can get our wagons in here, for Christ's sake, could you clear a path? And this time, they seem to have had it absolutely easy. They don't give even half a fuck. Okay. We've got things being connected up down here, that's fine. Oh yes, ghosts. Good point, scoundrel. Well done. Let's go down to the graveyard. Let's go down to the graveyard and build and slab. Build a memorial slab. We're going to pop it right there. And it's going to be... Is this to Tobal? Nope. This one's for Spider Jim, but we do have one for Tobal, which is very nice. Let's pop one of them here. Excuse my sniffles. Cadol. Didn't even know Cadol was dead. Probably some sort of duck or other pet. Very disappointing when people do that. Wasting good materials, memorialising pets among the actual dwarves. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why are mechanisms being moved to the mechanism stockpile when I distinctly recall saying that they should be moved from the mechanism stockpile to the trade depot? Art says I've been listening to a lot of post-rock. Words don't describe them. Heavens above, then how would you describe them? With sounds? At that point, you may as well just play the music, surely. Okay, we're going to let this tick over for a bit. I'm going to go back down into the deep. See what we've got going on here. Nobody's come down to dig this stuff, but the mechanic, the guy who works with mechanisms is doing his job. He's doing well. It's very good. A bit bag of breeding baby bears bristling for blood. Okay. I do want a guy called Art in the game. Well, I'll give it a go. Oh, a big bag of breeding baby bears bristling for blood. I see. Baby bear blood bristling. classic art form, long lost. It's an art form in which you use baby bears as brushes to make pictures with blood. He says, making it up on the spot for no real reason. It wasn't necessary. Nobody needed that. Nobody's life has been enriched by my decision to do that, but oh well. Too late now. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! One of these lads has got super sad. I'm not very happy with that. Ooh. Let's go and have a look in Dwarf Therapist and see how sad this lad is and if he needs any kind of mitigation. Let's do a quick search here. Oh, terror. 1 second. No. That's better. There we go. So, if we go into here, take a look. I should probably pause stuff in the background as well, shouldn't I? It's going to get out of hand if I don't. So if we look in Dwarf Therapist, we'll sort them by happiness. We can see that Pablo Rasta is currently our saddest denizen. He is very unhappy with a stress level of 44.7k, and his current mood is staring off into space. Oh dear. Overthrown by the stresses of day-to-day living. She's felt mortification having no pants. Self-pity after being unable to be honest, I feel like the no pants thing's probably low-hanging fruit, right? Just go get a pair of fucking pants. Or are you going, oh no, these things that cover my genitalia are no good. I need something else. It's better than walking around stark staring naked, isn't it? Idiot. Anyway, so Pablo Rasta needs to be smushed. Corgi Derp is very close behind. But they're also our chief medical dwarf, and therefore I feel slightly more hesitant to send them on to the great mental health clinic in the sky. Okay, just while I'm thinking about it, let's go up here. Let's go to the military screen. Let's take our... which group is it? Oh, actually, we're not using military note posts anymore, are we? We're just using burrows. There we go. So who are we going to put in the kill zone? We've already got somebody in there. But not Pablo Rasta, presumably, so we'll get them in. That shouldn't be too difficult. Maybe if I do a search. P-A-B. There we go. No other dwarf in the fortress has a name starting with Pab. Just this one. The only Pab in the fort. Turns out they've already been ordered to the kill zone. I mean, clinic. So they're defying orders from the Demiurge. I don't feel particularly good about that. I think dwarves who are suffering and in a state of mental distress should obey my orders immediately. The health of the fortress really does depend on it. I don't think you realise quite how contagious bad moods are, my little fellows. I think you need to take a little look at what's going on. Ah, look at this. All of our smoothing's been done. Time to start engraving. There we go. A lovely bit of engraving going on here. Let's get all this sorted. Very nice. Down to there. And then just this little extra bit here will be an unalloyed delight. Very nice. Probably should get around to putting some doors on these bad boys as well, shouldn't I? But that is only going to be a distraction regarding the removal of adamantine from this spire. So, still nobody's dug down, and only 2 of those little floodgates are in. And they need to be put on a separate lever, don't they? They need to be put on a separate lever entirely. So, build trap component, lever, here we go. Going to bung a lever right there. Make it up with Rhyolite mechanisms and then wait for them to install it. Presumably, somebody is currently active on this one, right? Let's find out. Click. Still needs two things to be linked to the trigger, but that's fine. That's fine. Stay calm, everybody. No need to panic. Everything's going to be tick-itty boobs. Tickety boobs? That's not right. But if you're not familiar with post-rock, it quite often lacks lyrics. I mean, does it arrive in an envelope with a stamp on it? Oh, the puns! They just don't stop. Oh. Just enjoying a little sip there. Ah, very tasty. Come on, get digging. This is what we want. This is what we want. Powerful, meaningful choices about digging. Yeah? No, don't walk away. Do not walk away. Please, 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 please. I'm going to add some priority 2 digging orders over here. Just to keep them in the zone. Keep them in the area when the face is no longer revealed. What are you up to? Oh, hang on a minute. These are priority 4. That's not what I wanted. This all needs to be priority number 1. Although I am going to have to redesignate all of it anyway, so I don't know why I'm doing this right now. I mean, I could just wait until they go, oh, it's warm, I'm going to stop. Which is very, very, very annoying. Very annoying indeed. Of course, we could also try and dig out this copper here, but we already have a lot of copper, and I worry that we're not going to have the kind of water pressure we need to fill this corridor if we do. It's going to be awkward. Still nobody down here. Oh, it's old Carpenter Boy, isn't it? The guy who looks like he chops wood, but actually chops stone. Maybe he's a petrified wood specialist. Could be the case. It's possible. I suppose so, that is true. If you order music online, it does come all stamped up and everything. Alright, yeah, I know about your digging cancellation. I should probably get the trader up in the trade depot, shouldn't I? So let's get him requested. And once he's up there, we'll all be set to trade. I also need to get back down there and watch them dig this tunnel, because it's very frustrating when they don't dig it quick enough. I'd like them to dig a lot quicker, please. Although now, with these level 2 digging orders, I feel like they'll come up here, do a bit of digging, and as long as I'm quick enough redesignating it, they're just going to stay around here. Quite a clever way to get all the dwarves down here, if I do say so myself. And I do. I do. Oh, what have we got here? Is this, what's that? Oh, Galena. Good old Galena. We all know about old Galena, don't we? Okay, keep digging. Come on, now we've got some more. Now we've got a nice bit of face exposed. This is good. This is good because the dwarves will stay down here and come down to finish the work as long as there's more to pick up. Got this guy here doing his number 2. Now he comes down here to do the number 1. Very nice. I like it. I like the fact that number 2s and number 1s are getting done. It's brilliant. Just what we wanted to see. And at least there's no more floodgates to put in. These 3 are ready. Have we... Let's just expose this quickly. There we go. Oh, wait. No, there we go. Have we linked up these... Oh, only 1 to go. So this one, I can say add floodgate. And I want to link it up to this one. We're going to use rhyolite mechanisms. Ah! Huh. Oh. Okay. Let's cancel that order. Let's go back up to the lever. Let's click on this bad boy here. Say add floodgate. Link me up to this floodgate. Yes. Okay. Add a new task. Floodgate. Sorry, I got a little bit weirded out there. Floodgate. Don't have enough mechanisms. Okay, we've got to wait for the mechanic to get back on that, but that's fine. That's fine. One of them is hooked up. One of them is hooked up, and that's a start. That's better than nothing. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. Better than a small monkey attempting to pop your testicles. Trust me, I know. Been there, done that. Well, I mean, I was never a small monkey attempting to pop my own testicles. Although, because that's a dream I had, I suppose technically I was the monkey, wasn't I? I was the monkey all along. Here's me, sitting there thinking I ain't no dream monkey, and it turns out I am. I'm just as much a part of this simian dreamscape as anything else. In fact, more so. What a baffling little monologue. Keep digging. Come on, get this tunnel done. You're destroying my tempo. You're slowing the stream down, dwarves. I could be delivering witty bon mots and one-liners here. I could be being like the funniest thing on Twitch, and you're dragging me down. You're taking too long to dig this corridor. You're making me regret choosing you as the dwarves to do this. Don't make me regret choosing you. The only reason you want me to regret choosing you is choosing you wrongly for execution, and even that's pretty bad, right? Every other circumstance I would select you would be terrible to be selected wrongly for, right? Wait, what? Ignore me. I'm just a crazy guy. Oh, but do dig out more of this poxy stuff, come on. Just that little bit quicker would be nice. Just a smidge faster. Just a teensy, weensy, iddy-biddy-widdy faster. That would be splendiferous. But it's not going to happen, is it? They're going to take their sweet time digging these squares out one by one, very delicately, very carefully, but not with any kind of haste. Not with any kind of real alacrity. No? Oh, here come the rest of them, though. This is going to be a fast little jolt forward, he says, waiting for them to actually start digging. Come on, just a bit further. Just a tiddly-widdly bit further. Tinsy-winsy. Then we'll go trade. Come on, dwarves, that's your treat. I'll buy you some nice special things. I'll buy you some lovely stuff. Some trinkets, baubles, doodads, doohickeys. Gewgaws. What have we zoomed to here? Someone's engraved a masterpiece. That's not what we zoomed here for. Ah, Alath Therdaklimol, the hunter, is taken by a fey mood. Interesting. But what will you do with this mood? Where are you? There you are. I see them. I see them. We're going to be called up to their selection of a workshop in a second anyway, so we'll just give it a moment. We'll let them bring us to them, and then I'll go back down into the mines and finish it off. Or actually, no, this is taking too long. Down into the mines again. Fuck you, dwarf. Fuck you. Okay, he's taken a crafts dwarf workshop. It's not the most splendid of omens, is it? Crafts dwarf workshop usually means tedious, boring artifacts, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him just a little bit of a shot, okay? Cool. Oh, come on, diggly wiggly boys. Oh, I've got to unpause it. That's fine. That's fine. I can bear that. I can handle that. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Seems to have gone quiet though, doesn't it? Ah, that would explain it. There we go. Ah, so close, yet it feels so very, very far away. Actually, do I really want them digging over here? I don't know what's in this area. There's a distinct possibility. No, they're not digging into magma. It'll be fine. Don't be such a worrywart scoundrel. Don't be such a fearful little shudder boy. Grasp yourself by the neck and, you know, pull up your bootstraps. I don't know. Just get over it. Come on. There's only a few blocks left. Look at this. 3 by 4. What's that? 3 times 4 is 12. There we go. Yeah, 12 blocks. And then 4 more. So 16. Come on. Won't take that long to dig it out, will it? Here we go. It's happening. It's happening bit by bit, but it is happening. Then we just need to get these all hooked up with the mechanisms. This needs to be walled in, but it'll be fine. It will be fine. Keep digging. Keep digging, dwarves. Oh, hang on. Duh. Actually give them the opportunity to dig once you've asked them to. That's important. Don't just sit there in the designation screen. Actually give them an opportunity to do the thing you asked them to do. It's very important in managerial skills. Very important. Oh, come on. We're nearly there. We've almost made it, everybody. We've almost made it. Just one more to go there, and I think we're good. I think we're jolly good, in fact. I'm very happy with this. Now, I'm going to cancel all these because we no longer give 2 fucks about clearing this little area out. So get rid of those orders. And now it all hinges on the mechanics coming down and doing their business. Us walling this in, and then I'm concerned pressure is going to, if I channel down here to join those 2 corridors, pressure's going to cause water to squirt up into this corridor, which means this needs blocking off. But we'll see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. Why is this priority 3? This is actually fairly important shit. Just dig it out for me. Come on, somebody. Somebody get a fucking move on, will you? Thank you. What have we got going on here? This one's being linked to a trigger. Can we link up another floodgate yet? Is it possible? Are we allowed? No. Mechanisms denied.
There are not enough mechanisms in your fortress, scoundrel. How dare you attempt this?
Right, let's see if we can trade. We can. I've got to presume that everything's been brought up, right? There's no way we're missing shit, is there? Let's buy all their bars before we've checked anything else. Just going to get everything. Just slam it into the trolley and then haul it to the checkout. They'll be fine. Rectangular yellow spessartine cabochons? Sure, why not? Let's just buy all their cut gems as well. We may as well. Am I going to buy their blocks, though? That's the question. Yes. Yes, I am. I'm going to go mad because I want them to take some heavy shit with them and not all the best will in the world. If they don't have the space for it, they can't take it. So we've got to take on some crap. It's fine, though. Do we need raw green glass? I don't know if we do, but maybe we'll just buy it anyway because it's not like we're hurting for money. I mean, I could buy everything they've got. All their clay, that's fine. Do I want to start getting extravagant with ropes, though? Yes, I do. I'm going to make a nice rope storage zone. It'll be nice to have plenty of rope to go in there. And we're going to start using ropes as well to place dogs around the fortress. It'll be fun. Now, I am going to draw the line, however, at buying water skins. Don't need those. Everyone's got flasks. It's going to be fine. Aha! Oh. It looks like we've been brought a bumper listing of musical instruments today. We've got ekros, we've got kashmez, we've got sil, lugu, nupto, and zoka. Very exciting. Oh, and no, we've already seen the lugu, haven't we? Regardless, let's take a... Oh, earthenware nupto of great value. Maybe we'll buy it. We'll see. Let's have a look what we've got here. So, the ekro. Well, I could choose the copper one or the silver one. Do we have any upping of the value? Don't think we've got any more ekros in the listing, higher value or not. Let's take a look at the ekro. Hello, Nutty. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. What if I make Tazmily Village Indoor Fortress from Mother 3, all-time classic? I mean, I have never played Mother 3, so I couldn't tell you if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but if you feel like that would make you happy, then you go out and do it. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let the man come between you and your Dwarf Fortress recreations of old game towns. That's not going to be good, is it? This is a well-crafted silver ekro. It is encrusted with oval dolomite cabochons. The bells are made from silver. The stand is made from crystal glass. The ekro, excuse me, got a little bit of burpy burp sitting there at the back of the throat waiting for its ascension, but we've got to give it a moment. We've got to let it sit there because it doesn't seem to want to come forth. The ekro is a huge stationary percussion instrument. It consists of 5 metal bells attached to a glass stand. The musician strikes the bells. The instrument has a 1-octave range, going from a mid-low to a middle pitch. The instrument has a clear, rugged, heavy timbre. Okay, so 5 metal bells. Okay, that's fine. We can bring to mind the idea of metal bells. That's not so exotic. Entirely reasonable component. It's good. It's got 1-octave range. That's fine. That's very similar to my own musical range. Mid-low to middle pitch. Clear, rugged, heavy timbre. I believe we have spoken about this instrument before. And because it's huge with 5 bells, we can only assume that we're looking for some pretty rugged dongs here. Heavy, rugged dongs. This isn't no ding-ding bell. This isn't no bing-bong bell. This is a sonorous, rugged, heavy dong bell. So, with that in mind, let's think about how a heavy dong sounds when struck. Let's have a little listen. So, dong, dong, dong. I mean, that didn't sound like a bell at all, did it? The bells don't tend to go into vocal fry. Bing bong. Ding dong. Excuse me. Let me have a quick sip here. Oh, let's see if we can manage slightly better dong. Mid-low, middle pitch. Middle pitch? Middle pitch. Dung, 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 dung. Dung, 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 dung. There's your cowbell. Oh, there's your cowbell. I was attempting there the intro music to Star Trek The Next Generation. Didn't really work. Had to tell you what it was, but still, that's not going to stop me from buying both these Ekros. Now, we can look at a full 150 trade credit earthenware cashmeres, or a 300 credit just plain old earthenware cashmeres of slightly less quality. Are there any more cashmeres that we can look at here? 330. This one is a very... Oh, no, it looks like this one. The 450 one is the most expensive cashmeres. Let's give it a little look. Let's take a peek. This is a finely crafted earthenware cashmeres. The cashmeres is a mid-sized handheld conical bore ceramic wind instrument. The musician blows across the end hole. The musician selects the pitch by pressing keys to stop holes. Okay, by pressing keys to stop holes. That makes more sense. The instrument has a 3.5 octave range going from a low to a high pitch. It has 3 registers. The low register has a raspy, muddy timbre. So, raspy and muddy. Ceramic wind instrument where you blow across an end hole. So we're looking at a kind of a low to high. Okay. Let's get myself ready for this. No. Raspy and muddy. Raspy. That's raspy. That's a raspy blowhole. What about a raspy, muddy blowhole? A little bit of pressure on the lips, putting them together, makes, I think, a muddy tone to the whole affair. So... Okay, now I got to say, this is not my most musical moment. This is my possibly worst interpretation of a musical instrument in a series of terrible musical instrument representations. But let's just let it go. Let that drop. We're going to look at the next register. The middle register begins at mid-low pitch and has an evolving, reedy, warm timbre. Sorry, I'm getting a bit too into that. Or an evolving, reedy, and warm timbre. Okay. So, it's a pipe. You blow across it. Go back to that bass hoo sound. We've lost the raspiness. We've lost the muddiness. No longer give a shit about that, scoundrel. Think about evolving noises. Reedy noises. Warm noises. Slightly higher pitch too. So we're looking at a... There's my evolving noise. Just to flick my tongue back and forth across the inside of my mouth hole. It's going to be reedy too. And it also needs to be warm. How do you put warmness into a sound that goes... Especially when it comes after... Evolving, reedy and warm. Not reedy enough. I don't even know what that piece of music's called, but I think I am kind of devolving into a form of madness. The high register begins at mid-high pitch and has a full, quavering, strident timbre. So, full, quavering, and strident. So it's got to be full. We've got to have a hoot, hoot. And there's the quaver as well. Hoo, 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 quavering, but strident. I mean, this feels like it's self-contradicting, but we'll give it a go. A strident quavering. Strident quavering is what happens when a timid man breaks. In the middle of the fight, he just stops and goes, I won't have any more, but not that assured. It's like, enough! Enough! I've had enough! That's the kind of sound you get. So full, quavering, and strident. No, No. Too loud for a start. That's going to wake the kids up. Let's go for something a little less aggressive, but still full and quavering. Ha, 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 Sometimes I really do relish the fact that the camera's not on. It's nice. It's nice to just let rip and not give a fuck about what you look like. Let's take a look at the silver sill. What does the silver do? We have 2 silver sills on offering. One is 650 and one is 610. I think, as ever, we will look at the more expensive offering in the sill range. What does the sill tradesman tell us about this instrument?
This is a silver sill. The bells are made from silver.
Oh, great, bells, my favourite.
The stand is made from serpentine. This object is adorned with hanging rings of pear wood and menaces with spikes of finely crafted mountain goat bone. The sill is a huge stationary percussion instrument. It consists of 3 metal bells attached to a stone stand. The musician plucks the bells, again with the bell plucking. Not entirely sure how this works, but okay, we'll go with it. The instrument has a 1.5 octave range, going from a mid-low to a middle pitch. The instrument has a sparse, dull timbre. Okay, a plucked bell sounds sparse and dull. Dink, 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 dink. Dink, 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 dink. Although I suspect this only has 3 notes available to it, which I may have used more than in that little ditty. But, you know, ding, 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 ding. That sounds like a sparse, dull, plucked bell, no? Or does it? Am I wrong? Barman, 4 brimstone ales with chicken chasers, please. Ding, 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 ding. That's musical notation that Druidsmead has put into his into his thing there. It's not mugs and metal fingers. It's musical notation, and it says ding, 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 ding. Don't question me. Let's look at rather than the silver sill, I need to look at the lugu. Now we've got one here made of serpentine, 110, and we have a pitch blend one costing 80. Oh my goodness. Is that pitch blend like a sort of gooey tar material, isn't it? Yuck. Oh, hang on. A native copper lugu. Is that more expensive? I think it is. 80. 110. 220. The native copper wins. Let's take a peek. This is a native copper lugu.
Excuse me. Here we go. We got rid of that little burp I told you about, just hanging around at the top of the neck.
This is a native copper lugu. It is decorated with well-crafted peach wood and encircled with bands of finely crafted cedar. The drum is made from native copper. The head is made from llama leather. The hammers are made from almond wood. This object is adorned with hanging rings of giant jaguar tooth. The lugu is a mid-sized handheld percussion instrument. It consists of an hourglass stone drum with a leather head. The musician strikes the head with wooden hammers. The instrument has a 1.5 octave range, going from a mid-high to a very high pitch. Tuning is accomplished by adjusting the tension of the head. The instrument has a strong, bright, focused, vibrating timbre. So, it's a drum, which is strong, bright, focused, and vibrating. So it's kind of like a dum, a boom, 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 boom. Not much vibration there, though. Bright, sure. Strong, maybe not. Focused, I would say so. But there's no vibration. We need some boing, 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 boing. Okay, there's enough boinging for you. I'm not sure I'm doing myself any justice by making that sound. Let's come out of here. The lugu's an intriguing beast, but I feel like I'm reaching the limits of my capabilities musically. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to give it any kind of real, genuine credit. Now, we've done the cashmeres, right? We've done the nupto, the lugu, the sill. All that's left is the zoka. 50 or 150?
Well, I'm going to go with the 150 exotic Yeti Bone Zoka.
Oh, baby. Yeti Bone Zoka. This is a Yeti Bone Zoka. The Zoka is a large, handheld, cylindrical bore wind instrument. The musician blows across a hole in the side. The musician selects the pitch by pressing keys to stop holes. The instrument has a 3-octave range going from a very low to a middle pitch. At all pitches, the instrument has a round, vibrating timbre. It has 3 registers. The low register has a wobbling, fragile timbre. The middle register begins at low pitch and has a reedy, rugged, heavy timbre.
Not rugged or heavy.
The high register begins at mid-low pitch and has a raspy timbre.
Okay. And there we go. The Yeti Bone Zoka. Thank you very much. That concludes our musical interlude, and I will now deliver you safely into the arms of one Simon Swerwer. Ah, lovely. So, let's take another little look down here. Grizzly bears in a cage. Dare I be goaded by suggestions that somehow Krugsmash is better than me and attempt an enormous influx of grizzlies? You know what? I'll be goaded. I'm being goaded. Look at this. This is goading. This is serious goading. You can't get out of it. Bush tits don't need bush tits. Grizzly bears? We'll get as many grizzly bears as we can. Grizzly bear tits, 2 at a time. Actually, how many tits does a grizzly bear have? Presumably it's not just like... There's got to be a few, right? How many cubs does a grizzly have? Assuming that, I mean, they're going to have a tit per cub plus a spare, right? That's how it works, isn't it? That's why people who generally have one child, not always, but generally speaking, have one child at a time, 2 tits. One for the baby and a spare. Whereas cows have like... Well, cows are weird because they have a giga tit with 4 nipples, which... Do they have a giga calf with 3 mouths? I don't believe so. I could be wrong though. I am not a dairy farmer. I don't know all the way in. Eagles, grackles, guinea hens, not really my kind of thing. Do I want the others? Blue jays, horses, carrot wine. I'll give it a go. Sounds tasty. Carrot wine. Never tried it. Definitely would. Turnip wine, strawberry wine. Golden salve. Texture like sun. Barley wine and carrot wine. Let's just buy some wine. I don't know why. I don't normally buy booze at this stage, but I'm doing it. I'm feeling frisky. Let's just get shit in. Why not? Also, all their food. We may as well. You know what it's like in this fortress. There's rotten food all over the place, but whatever. Doesn't really matter, does it? As long as it's in the fortress and we could hypothetically eat it if we wanted it. Let's have a little look down here. Copper pick, training axe, pike, halberd, training spear. Bronze pick. Nothing exciting happening down here. High boots, bucklers, caps, flying squirrel leather hoods, copper helms, elk leather right mittens, potato seed bags. Can't even grow potatoes. They're a surface plant. I suppose we could do a breakout surface farm, couldn't we? It's not the maddest thing anyone's ever done. And then we could grow a ton of shit. Let's buy the potato seeds. Probably already have some, to be fair, but we'll do it. Asparagus seeds, soybeans. Let's go crazy. Giant snail leather bag? No. Strawberry seeds? Why not? I'm just buying stuff randomly now. I should probably be a little bit more discerning with my purchases, but we're only spending 17 grand, and look at the price of green glass discs these days. It's not going to be a problem to pay off anything we need to. It's going to be fine. Don't worry. Alpaca wool bags, yellow sandbags, red sandbags, guinea fowl leather bags, alfalfa seeds. Alfalfa! Maybe buy some cloth. Fuck it. Let's buy all their cloth and leather as well. Seems like a fun thing to do, doesn't it? And then remind me when we finish this trade. We've got to do a quick save. Because if we don't do a quick save, we're in dire danger of having the whole thing we've done just ripped out from underneath us and shoved up our bottoms. And we don't want that, do we? An entire dwarven fortress shoved up your bottom just sounds uncomfortable, doesn't it? Sounds like, frankly, a literal and figurative pain in the arse. Come on. They brought a lot of cloth, actually. More than I anticipated, but that's good. That allows us to make sure that everyone in the fortress has trousers and shirts and all that kind of jazz. The things that they need in life. The important accoutrement of dwarfhood. That's what we're looking for here. Nothing special. Nothing crazy. Mind you, they have brought a shitload of leather bins and cloth bins, haven't they? That's the nature of the wagon train, I suppose. Oyster shell figurine of a human. Or humans. No, I'm fine, thanks. No figurines for me. I noticed those glass discs go for the same price as copper ones, and sand is basically free real estate. It is. It's totally free. And they're also very sharp when they go in traps. You've just got to build them into traps that don't ping everywhere when they activate. That's the main problem. They're a devil for pinging. Large serrated green glass discs will ping all over the place if you let them. And you need to redo your traps once they've pinged. It's a real pain in the bum. I mean, flying green glass discs, sharp-edged at that. I mean, if it gets anywhere near your bum, it's going to be havoc, right? Maybe it won't be that painful. Maybe it's so sharp you wouldn't even feel it until your cheeks were on other sides of the room. Thrown by the centrifugal force of the spin. Wouldn't want that, would you? One arse cheek on one side of the room, the other on the other. No good at all. I'm not going to buy these gems, but I am going to buy these anvils. Because they're heavy and we can melt them. It'll be good for iron. Giant lizard sweetbreads and prepared goat brain. Music to my ears. I am actually quite hungry. I wouldn't mind a bit of a snack right now. I'd give it a go. I'd give yellow bullhead a crack. Maybe some anchovies. Moghopper. Long yam plants. Asparagus. Oh, I like asparagus. I do like a few asparagus spears. Valley herbs, tomatoes, potatoes. Did I just made that up, didn't I? I saw potato and thought, potato, tomato, let's call the whole thing up. Which is wrong, but only to annoy people. Only to annoy people? Come on, I wouldn't really do it wrong. Come on, raspberries, strawberries, muskmelons, purple amaranth leaves. Ah, we're in with the yarn now. And you know what? I'm buying all the yarn. I bought all their cloth. Why not buy the proto-cloth? Pre-cloth, if you will. Do I want these bronze chain leggings? I don't think I do. Let's start ignoring all this crazy leather goods stuff. We can make this. We've bought the materials to make this shit from you, sir. Why offer this finished tat to me when I have all the craft I could ever want in my little craft box? Let's buy them out of cheese as well. I suspect it will give the fortress a powerful odour, a real hum, a strong stink, if you will. But there's not much I can do about it. I mean, come on. Cheese is cheese. It's great. Get it in there. Buy it as quick as you can. Here we go. We found some books. Factual Dingo Man. I think we've looked at this before, haven't we? Have we looked at the Factual Dingo Man before?
This is a giant sparrow parchment scroll. It is encrusted with rectangular alabaster cabochons and encircled with bands of rose-cut fortification agates and round calcite cabochons. The rollers are made from native platinum. Written on the item is an essay entitled Factual Dingo Man. It concerns the writing... It concerns. The writing is forceful, yet it is somewhat self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Yeah, but you're buying it for the platinum scrolls, right? The platinum scroll rollers. That's why you're buying this book. Surely.
Book of the Mountain Home. Sounds boring. We'll buy it anyway.
The Mystery of the Dark Fortress.
Now this sounds like a classic fighting fantasy adventure. Let's have a little look here.
This is a giant mountain goat parchment scroll. The rollers are made from native aluminium. Written on the item is a guide entitled The Mysteries of the Dark Fortress, authored by Afifi Embrace Test. It concerns the fortress Ghoul Seas. The writing artfully indulges the author's fancies. Overall, the prose is passable.
Considering the size of memory chips nowadays, Dwarf Fortress could easily fit up your bum. That's true, but if you tried to execute the program using any kind of reasonably powerful CPU, you would fry your bum hole with electricity. It would seal it. Seal it like the mouth of a seal person? That didn't work, did it? That was a very... I started reaching for something, and then it just wasn't there. My fingers closed over nothing. Like when you do that final step going up or down the stairs and it's just not there. You've miscounted and you still do the motions, and then you have that awful jerk down of the leg, which is going up, annoying, but going down, even more tumble top than you'd want. Oh, actually, if you go down, it's less of a and more of a whoa, the floor's here sooner than I thought. Anyway, where was I? Hello, Dragonfire. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Traps jam when they kill. Maybe they're too effective. Maybe, but they're not jamming. They're pinging, spinning green glass discs all over the place. They're going flying into the sky, so maybe not optimal. Stinky cheese is cheese. Oh, I love best cheese. Sorry, stinky cheese is best cheese. You are correct, Dragonfire. I do love a bit of Stilton. Oh, lovely. Yum, yum, yum. Turn to Kitten Leather Scroll 427. Very good. Very true. That's how Choose Your Own Adventure libraries work in Dwarf Fortress. We'll buy it. Do I want a gesso frame? Not really. Do I want sill bells? No. Foundations of the Dwarves? Sounds boring. I'm going to buy it without reading. Secret Fort? Same. A treatise on the village? Yeah. Composition. Problems and solutions. Let's see. Could be interesting.
This is a giant white stalk parchment scroll. The rollers are made from pericles. Written on the item is an essay entitled The Composition, Problems and Solutions, authored by Udil Acebolts. It concerns the authoring of Musings on the Trees. By the dwarf? Okay. Udil Acebolts in Drive Folds in the early summer of 359. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either. Okay, we'll buy it anyway. There's a bit of a dud. Not that exciting. Author Clay's Altar? No. Desert Tortoise Eggs? Sure. Why not? We've got some codices here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 codices. Do I read them all? I'll take a little peek at this Saltpeter Codex. What's in here? Nope. Not interesting enough to read, but interesting enough to purchase. Next codex, please. Next codex. This is a hematite-bound codex. On the item is a superiorly designed image of cherry trees in olivine. The written portion consists of a 62-page guide entitled The Journey into the Gutter. It concerns Pitt's Ghoul Glacier. The writing is somewhat showy. Overall, the prose is amateurish at best. I like this one. This sounds like a saucy book to me, but one of the worst kind of saucy books. The cherry trees, I feel, are symbolic. They're talking about the dirty gutter, the rude gutter of taking of cherries. That's what it's talking about. And the journey into the gutter, well, we can all imagine how that works, right? It's just missing. It's just missing slightly. Weird way to phrase it, but okay. Let's buy the book. A limestone-bound codex. Here we go. No, Rhythms and the Ways. We've seen this one before. This is a sexy book. It's going in our saucy book section. What about here? Mysteries of the Village. No, I didn't really want to read that. What's this one? Banana Tree, Grizzly Bear Truth, Hamlet Bank Creams, For the Love of the Village. No. Not interested in For the Love of the Village, other than as a purchase. An one-page untitled letter. That's okay.
Sure, if you're rich enough, why not have your one-page letter turned into a codex? Why not? Lignite Codex, the Fort Principles and Practice, tedious. Alabaster-bound Codex. You alabastard. Knowledge of the Tree, we've seen this one already. Okay, a bit of a disappointing tranche of codices here. It is Spiral-worthy, authored by Bim Abbey Plunged. Very compassionate and serious, but amateurish at best. Okay, well, I'm a little bit disappointed with all of the books that came, but we'll buy some paper, and we'll get all their zinc bars, and now somehow we've got to come up with 41 grams worth of shit to sell. Well, first off, here comes all the tatty crap. Here comes all the old clothing, which brings us up to 2 grand. I'm surprised that 2 grand has come out of our shit clothing pile. Okay. Are there any more? Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking, see if we can find anything that isn't spiked copper balls or spinning green glass discs or serrated green glass discs. Oh, mechanisms. Well, that's what we want to get rid of, you see. These are the things we want to shift. I could have sworn the game said I didn't have enough mechanisms, but whatever. Let's just get rid of all these mechanisms. Why not? Why ever not? Okay. Do we want to get rid of this cave spider silk dress or this hood? No? I think we're good. I think we're good here. I think we've got everything sorted. They're still making a loss of 31 grand though, so we'll just sweeten the pot with some serrated green glass discs. I can give them a bin of them, which would equal 58 grand, but I don't feel that generous, to be honest. Let's just sell them enough to put them into a bit of profit there. There we go. They're taking home about 9.5 grand. It'll be fine. One more will do the trick. There we go. Over 10 grand worth of profit. Let's see if they like it.
Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods?
I am. Oh, so you want more, do you? Well, you certainly aren't having all of those fucking things you requested, because I noticed there's some artifacts in there. You can have some spiked copper balls. Those can get sold. We're not really using them at the moment. And now you're making... How are you making 48 grand profit? What? Have you just added all of my fucking artifacts to your list and gone, oh, he definitely won't turn this offer down, because I've got news for you. I will definitely turn that offer down. Where is this bullshit? You ain't going. And nor are you. There we go. Now they're only making 33 grand profit, which suggests to me I've still got some sort of artifact in the mix. Wait a minute. That one? That one? That one? No. So where are the rest of the artifacts then? Oh, wait. They also want to take the menacing steel spike. Yeah. Spiked steel ball. No, you can't have that. I'm going to melt that. Cheeky little fuckers. 28 grand still, though. Where are they getting this from? Where are they getting 28 grand from? Something on here? Are some of these mechanisms exceptionally valuable? What have I missed? I feel like I've missed something. Oh well, maybe not. Maybe I've just been crazy. Oh no, they're only making 28 grand. Okay, we'll whack in a few more copper balls just to sweeten the pot. How's that? How's that? 50 grand profit. You better not give me any shit about this, because this is fucking crazy town prices. Good. Ecstatic with the trading. I would expect so. I would expect so, being given quite that much fucking profit. Unbelievable greed from the traders there. It would be fun if you could effectively organise books. You would know who your poor pervert dwarves were. That's true. Very true. I don't know, Druidsmead, the charity shop selection can be pretty good. Books in charity shops can be a bit of a diamond mine. Then again, they can be cack as well. That's true. Okay, so that's all good. Did we get everything dug down here that we wanted digging? I believe we did. Has everything been hooked up? Probably not. Highly unlikely, in fact. Let's just have a little peeky poo at this one here. That's still got a job. That's still got a job. Did this one even connect to... No, we'll find out. We'll find out. Let them get on with these little jobs here, and then it will be fine. Once we've got them all hooked up to levers, then we can wall this bit off and tap through. Shouldn't be a problem. Then again, I could, rather than digging from above here and risking a high pressure gout, a high pressure burst of water coming up, what I could do is build a little sort of like diversionary chamber here with the little floodgates here so the water can go around like that. Then again, I want to be able to release water here because it's clearly worked a degree, right? It's clearly a bit of success here. You know what, maybe I should... No, I'm not going to stray from the plan. I was about to open up the gates again and try and douse it all, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm sticking with the plan. We're digging it out. Excuse me. We're digging it out how I said we were. We now wait for the mechanic to do his job, which should be difficult now that I've removed all of the mechanisms. Well done. Well done, scoundrel. Planning ahead as ever. Well done, scoundrel. What a clever boy. You're going to hell. Okay, so let's have a little look around here. We've only got one or two idlers, but I would guess that that's probably to do with them trying to haul everything out of the thingy, isn't it? Otherwise, why no idlers, right? I'm going to designate all of this microcline for dumping, because I think microcline is still the hot dumper. So once that's been dumped, we should be good to start collecting orthoclase. That's my hope. It looks like the Moody Boy is getting on with it, so we don't need to worry about them not having the shit they need. That's very good. There's the mechanic, springing into action, working as hard as they can. Very good, mechanic. Well done. Congratulations on your dedication. That's the word I'm looking for, because dedication's what you need. If I am allowed to quote the lyrics of the Record Breakers TV show. Also, let's start doing these. Actually, am I going to put doors on these yet? I want to get all this crap out of here. This rhyolite needs moving, and there is a hell of a lot of rhyolite. Okay, what's my stone moving plan? What's my scenario for getting all this stone out of here? Now, we've got a bit of crap here. Some stones here. We've got your cinnabar, we've got your schist, we've got your hornblende, we've got a little bit of cobaltite even, and a lot of gneiss. That's all we've got on this floor, isn't it? These are the only rogue boulders. Oh, no. Tell a lie. Got some orpiment here. But these are our only rogue boulders on this floor. Oh, no. Look, there's some more cinnabar down here. Maybe I should just think about dumping this cack, getting it into a nice spot. Then again, it's going to go slowly, isn't it? When we get it collected, we want it collected with wheelbarrows. Okay, keep thinking, scoundrel. Maybe not out loud, because it is a bit tedious, but keep thinking. Keep turning it over in your mind. Cogitating. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Cogitate. They're moving the cheese down here. I did buy a lot. I'm hoping it'll be enough to see us through any future sieges. Good old bit of siege cheese. Something that's going to last for a while. I wonder what the longest lasting cheese is. Not including your synth cheeses, your American cheese slices, so to speak. I'm sure, I know for a fact America makes many fine cheeses. I've just never tasted any of them. Excuse me. You can't see this, but I'm trying to arrange my legs so they're comfortable. Don't worry about it. Oh, someone's become a necromancer. That's not the greatest sign, is it? I don't want necks being romanced down here. I want my necks remaining single and unattached. That's not true. I want them attached to heads and shoulders. That's the best outcome. That's the best outcome. I don't know why I'm watching down here so intently. We're only waiting for the mechanic. He's got to get all the mechanisms made before he can actually go and do anything down here. So, if anything, it's a massive distraction coming down here. What I should be doing is staying up in the higher levels of the fortress, being a little bit more attentive there.
Oh, the giantess Gika Vafisite Nifi has come, a gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size.
Well, giants are subject to the whims of traps, right? The giant could be captured in my cage traps, which means that I should probably put on a military alert and bring everybody indoors, right? Is that how it works? So if we go to, I think it's Burrow 1. Yeah, Burrow 1's the one. If we make a civilian alert in Burrow 1 and unpause, this should result in people flooding down into the fortress, and hopefully the giant doesn't come and maul all these poor fuckers, because that's going to be a problem. If we have to deal with all their tat they leave behind and the tat we tried to sell them, that's not something I want. Where's my giant? There she is. Where are you, my lady? Giant is a lady. Geeka Yell famous, the Bejewel. The Bejewel or the Bejeweled? Okay. She's a match 3 giant. Very important that you get 2 other match 3 giants, put them close to them, and then they'll just pop. That's how it works. It's like a sort of a one-headed match 3 Etin. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what it's like. I mean, I could flip the switch and hold everybody indoors until it's time for the traders to go and then flip it open. But I'm not sure I want that. What's this rabbit doing? Thinks he can come strolling into my fortress and pump out a shitload of little babies? I don't think so. I don't think so, Sunshine. You're going to find a horrible regime of skinning and wearing in this fortress. Oh, let me guess. That's a fucking pet. Oh, God. Why does it have to be a pet? Part of me wants to walk away and not pay any attention to the giant and just assume it's going to end up in my traps, but the other part of me feels that maybe I should shut the gates. Just to protect the traders, you know. But then the giant might wander off. It could be a problem. Oh, decisions. I'm gonna let things unfold as they will. Let's not get too drawn into things. Let's see what's going on. I think everybody's pulled into the burrow now. I think we're perfectly safe. Hopefully they'll focus on burrow-based jobs. That would be nice. Although looking at this, none of the shit over there in bedrooms can be done. In fact, there's a lot of no-go burrow zones. I would like to update this burrow, but I feel very lazy right now, and you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to come up here and check to see if the giant's in one of my traps yet. Come on. Quick as you like. Come on, my giantess. What? It's gone? Cheeky fucker's gone. Alright then, if you must. Let's turn that military alert off. There we go. And off they go. The dwarves spring into action. No doubt this has all been suspended now. Course it has. Course it has. Why wouldn't it be suspended, right? Why would you want jobs that you'd put in active? Come on, guys. That's stupid talk. That's small brain chit chat. What you want is big brain suspended walkway chit chat. Okay, get all that crap out of the depot. Quick as you can. I'm seeing mechanisms still coming up to the trade depot. Why is this? Why have you decided it's a good time to start loading crap from the trade depot in? Oh, really now isn't the time to start asking those questions, is it? We need to sit back and relax. Just chill for a minute. Allow the fortress to get itself into equilibrium. Maybe I should spend time dealing with my stone hauling dreams. Getting a fortress all cleared of stone is kind of one of those low-hanging fruits that I've never quite plucked off the branch. I noticed that my miners... Oh no, my miners have been active. It's just they've been active up here rather than down here, where I would have liked them to be active. Fine. Fine. Everybody stop panicking. Calm down. It looks like the microcline stockpile is nearly done. We've got one more piece in there, and seeing as it's not been replaced, I'm going to imagine a beautiful world in which all of the microcline in my fortress has been gathered and carefully placed in a quantum stockpile with nothing else in that quantum stockpile. I mean, sure, that is a bit of a wild feat of imagination, but we can do this, we can do this. It's perfectly legal imaginationing. Imagineering? Imaginizing. Imagine all the levers opening floodgates. Add link up to a floodgate. Which one do you want to link up to? That one? Brilliant. Yay! We've got just enough mechanisms. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Uh-oh, we've got a starving horse. That's not beautiful. We don't want horses starving. Oh, Mayor, the mayor has imposed a ban on certain exports. Let's have a quick little look. Let's see what the mayor's up to. What are you doing, Mayor? Tell me more. Tell me more. The export of male shirts has been prohibited. Oh, wow. My goodness, that was really action that needed taking immediately, wasn't it? We were never going to manage that on our own. Mayor. Okay. Unpausing again, it does look like the microcline has all been gathered, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to decide what's my next most important tidy up material. Now we could go for a bit of orthoclase. There's a bit of, oh sorry, that's brimstone. Brimstone and orpiment. We could try and get the yellow stuff in, but maybe this floor isn't where it's most important to haul. You know where it might be most important to haul? Down in the deep mines. Down in the deep mines, deep in the mines, down in the deep mines, deep in the mines. What's this stuff down here? Granite. Do I want to start hauling granite and galena upstairs? Well, the galena's going to come up anyway. I think I do want to get this granite up there, don't I? Yeah. Let's haul some goddamn granite. That's what's important. Getting this granite down from the mines. So, now that we're doing that, we may only have 3 or 4 idlers, but if I go to this and say, please only accept granite, no microcline, only granite. There we go. Granite. Lovely. Get that granite up in the stockpile. And then we can start storing it in another quantum stockpile. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? With that in mind, let's go here, come down to the blue quantum stockpile with the microcline in, and I'm going to deactivate it. It's not picking up any more shit. None at all. And, furthermore, I'm going to say DBC... What? There we go. DBC, and I'm going to reclaim all this here, so now we can use the microcline and whatever dumped tat has ended up in that pile. Presumably quite a bit. Pigtail socks, shoes, etc. etc. There we go. Good. Hopefully they'll move all that tatty clothing to the clothing stockpile and it'll get sent out in the next trade. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Mechanisms coming out of the mechanics workshop. It's a good sign. When they stay in there, it's a bit of a problem. Oh, hello. Hello. There's a weeny bit of microcline that hasn't been dumped yet. But that's okay. It can live there in the granite pile for all I care. Or, you know what? Let's let them run off with all these wheelbarrows. And then I'm going to reactivate the microcline dump pile for one final hurrah. One final beautiful dump. Look at this, it's activated. Bang, here comes the most beautiful dump you've ever seen. Dump, 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 dump. It's a 3-pointer. From the doorway of the bathroom, the dump hits the bowl, doesn't touch the rim, and straight down into the water. Beautiful. Someone's actually picked up the dump. That's nice. So we want to see. Our moody dwarf appears to be moving around. That's a good sign. You don't want them frozen still. You don't want them standing in their workshops. That's when bad stuff happens. That's when people lose their marbles, flip their chips, drop their sponges. That's a made-up one. Don't ever use that in polite conversation. People will go, pardon? Drop your sponge? What does that mean? And you'll have to go, I don't know. I heard someone say it on the internet once and I thought I could get away with saying it, but turns out I can't. I'm a shameful, subhuman beast that I should be punished with fire. I mean, obviously that's maybe taking it a bit too far. Don't allow people at parties to set you on fire in the name of punishment over such minor transgressions. Come on, what kind of world do we live in? Some kind of medieval hell biome? I don't think so. I think we live in a fairly neutral world. It's not great. It's alright though, isn't it? Could be worse. Could be annihilated in a ball of fire, couldn't we? That'd be bad. That would be bad. Taking some leather to the mood zone. Okay. I mean, that sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it? Hey, baby, how you doing? Why don't we take some leather to the mood zone and stick together, huh? Huh? Let's make a noise like a bit of sellotape being pulled off the reel when we separate. Excuse me? Disgusting. Come on, scoundrel. You can do better than this. Actually, I would like to admit at this point, I probably can't. This is probably me firing on all cylinders, doing my very best. Let's finally put an end to the microcline stockpile, just as the first boulder of granite, excuse me, is upended from a wheelbarrow into the stockpile. Very exciting times. And with that in mind, maybe what I should do is put in another stockpile or another dumping pile for them to start hauling the old doohickey doobries from, right? There is a problem with turning off the thing that auto dumps clothes. People just leave clothes all over the place because that's what you do apparently, rather than moving them to where they're supposed to be. Can I prompt people to pick this shit up and take it to the clothes stockpile where it'll get traded? Or are they just not going to do that? Have they decided to give that a rest? Ah, dear. That little dwarf hack thing where they pick up all the clothing and move it into a dump zone would be better if I could kind of trigger it, you know? If I could say, now do the little pass, now get all your dump, stick it in the dump, and do a dump. That would be great. But sadly, it's just not to be. That's just not to be. If we come down now, because... Oh, actually, let's not go... I was going to go down to the mine and watch some of that granite getting hauled up. But you know what? I don't think we need to. What's this? Looks like a migration wave. Is it a migration wave? It very much is a migration wave. Are we ready to accept the migrants? I think so. I think so. Let's take a little look at Dwarf Therapist and figure out what they're all about. Let's figure out what they're doing. What are you playing at? We had 115 adults, 1 child, and 0 vulnerable babies. We now have, if you will bear with me as I sort them by migration wave, 121 adults, 1 child, and 0 vulnerable babies. Our most recent arrivals include... What are you? Why do you have such a delightful lilac shading to your name? Oh, you're a vampire! How interesting. We already have a couple of your kind in the fortress. You will of course be instantly drafted into eternal military service and will form the last line of defence as the demons of hell swarm across our fortress. Congratulations, please pick up a shield and a sword and get to your training post. What else have we got here? We've got this stonecrafter, nothing too exciting there. Not seeing any exciting skills. Level 13 fishing. No thank you, sir. No fishing from you. Good stuff, and of course we need to check their military inclination, their military bent, if you will. The vampire has had 35 kills under their belt, 20 dwarves and 15 goblins, presumably goblin blood less delicious than dwarven blood. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that's the case. Unless, because of course Warhammer orcs are a kind of mushroom, aren't they? They're a fungus. So maybe they have a wonderful, rich umami flavour. It's possible. Can anybody acquire me a green skin slice? A little bit of perhaps some squig meat? Anybody get hold of some kind of some kind of orcish flesh for me to consume? That would be delightful. Right, I'm just going to assign the vampire to the mountainous stasis, as one does, and then hopefully they won't drain anybody before we get round to sorting them out. Why are there people with wheelbarrows traipsing around on the surface? This doesn't seem like optimal behaviour. Let's head back over to the Dwarf Fortress. Let's not sit here in Dwarf Therapist. Let's head over here and see what these sad sacks are up to. Why are you fannying around up here on the surface? Wood. Okay, that makes sense. That is a resource we can only acquire from the surface at the moment. So whatever, fill your boots, get your wood on. Get your wood on. Okay, right. That mood guy is still on the hoof. He's taking a very long time to get all their shit together. Here, everything's looking okay in this zone. That's fine. What kind of stone is this? Nice. That does need hauling, but we'll get around to it. It's one of the more abundant stones, so when we try and haul it, it's going to take up most of the hauling capacity of the fortress. We're going to have to do the old door roll, aren't we? So I am going to... wait, which door is that? That's that door, right? Or is it? You know what? Let's live dangerously. Let's get all of our vampires potentially on the loose. That's just what we want, isn't it? Yeah, sure. Okay, these guys are training. That's fine. That's what we want to see. Everything about that is just fine. Absolutely fine. How's our granite collection going? Is it building up a nice supply? It is. Very good. Very good indeed. Let's let that fill up before we start ordering dumpage. What are you? You're quartzite, aren't you? You bitch. How dare you? The one rogue lump of quartzite sitting on this goddamn floor. How bloody dare you? Oh well. Oh well. How's the mechanic doing? You mechanicking it up? I mean, maybe I should make some more mechanics, right? Oh, he's carrying some kind of gem. Jesus Christ, you got enough ingredients there. Oh, hello. Yes, they do have enough ingredients. They've decided to begin construction under the watchful eye of a goat. What is that? Is that a goat? Is it gone? Where's the goat gone? Here it is. Ast Painted Swamp, pet of Alath Thedaklimal. Is that his pet? It is. Alath Clangold. He has his pet goat watching him. Well, no, the goat's got bored. It's wandered off. It's seen an opportunity for escape and has taken it as much as it can. Drag temporary piles over stuff and set the pile to auto trade. Once the pile is cleared, delete it. Wait, no. That's not going to work. They won't grab that until it's time to do the trade depot, will they? There's no one in there at the moment, so they're not going to do it. Also, I feel like we've done this before because there's a shitload of fucking allanite in there, isn't there? Oh no, it's nice. Look how much tat they've got in there, though. So much fucking nonsense. It's mostly rotten food, I'd imagine. There's like a foot-deep layer of just mulch from decomposed food. Oh! There's a dead dwarf in this bedroom. Olon Bannercolour, the weaponsmith. Oh, didn't need a weaponsmith dying. That's suboptimal. Why are you dying there? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Zast the clothier has been found dead, completely drained of blood. I think I did open up the vampire area, didn't I? I think yeah. Should have been more careful. But I've stationed them all in there now. My vampires have got to go back into their area. And then once they are in their area, we're going to be flipping some switches and holding them in. We're going to be making sure they don't cause us any more grief. Any more griff? Although this could be a perfect opportunity to retrieve these microcline boulders, right? Yeah? Nah. Let's not get too carried away. Let's not dream too dreamy. Dream a little dream of me. Come on. More vampires. Here we go. Here's our second vampire. Our second thirsty blood drinker. In you go. Where's our final vampire? Come on. There's 3 of you in this squad. There's 1 more. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Or can you? Is it beyond you? Are you no longer capable? Hang on, there's another one. There's a dead one in the bloody dormitory as well. Surely it can only be 3. We're not going to lose more than 3 dwarves, are we? Oh, it's Arse Candles. Arse Candles, creator of Castoluvadantis, has been killed. It's a tragedy. It's a crying shame. Oh, someone else called Ingrish has been discovered. Ah, Alath Thedaklimul, the hunter, has created Lelumok, a schist figurine of dwarves. She claims it as a family heirloom. Let's take a little look at this schist figurine of dwarves. Waned clubs. Oh, 48 grand. Not the most, not the least. This is a schist figurine of dwarves. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. The item is a masterfully designed image of dwarves and dwarves in schist by Alath the Decalamal. The dwarves are refusing the dwarves. The artwork relates to the defeat of the Silver of Locking of the Triangular Town and takeover of Brass Merchant by the Kobold Praises in the early summer of 355 during the 5th conquest of Brass Merchant. Excuse me. It is encrusted with round schist cabochons and single-cut cat's eyes, studded with iron, decorated with hazelwood, and encircled with bands of round schist cabochons, bobcat leather, and sheep wool. This object menaces with spikes of giant hamster leather. On the item is an image of forgotten beasts in koboldite. On the item is an image of Zephon champion figures, the dwarf and dwarves in sheep leather. in sheep leather. Zephon champion figures is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf faint corpse Zephon champion figures to the position of Queen of the Triangular Town in 203. We've got an undead queen. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, hello. They will haul auto-trade piles at Do It Now priority. Oh, even if it's not... Okay, even if it's not going to the depot, you say? You think? You say? Let's have a little look then. God, there's a lot of stuff around here. What's this? Schist and orthoclase. I'm doing good though. Doing pretty good. We've got a lot of dwarves prattling around in the dining hall. Maybe we could do with some more... There's a dead llama in the dining hall. What are you doing here? Why are there horses in the dining hall? This isn't acceptable. When have we ever said, oh yeah, bring your horse. Come and have dinner. You got a horse? Not a problem. Just bring it into the dining room. It's fine. I would never complain. Fuck's sake. Leave your horse at home. Don't emigrate with a horse. Okay, we're putting all the animals that need to go in here. There's our grazers. The sheep don't go in here. The sheep go in the other one. The rabbit does. The horse goes in. The billy goat. The ram? Nah. Horse. And these lambs. Nope, they go in the other one. That's fine. No need to panic. You do need traders. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Phew. Phew. What's this? Liko Mizboykim, the guild representative. What are you doing hanging around our well? What are you fannying around there for? You come to steal some shit from me, have you? You come to plot against me? To thieve from my citizens? To take from my citizenry? Don't like your style, sir. I dislike it intensely. Okay, let's go back down into the diggy area and see if they've linked up any of the levers. What about this one? Ooh, and this one,
Double ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right, in that case, we're going to add Paul now. Do that one. And we know we haven't linked this one up, so I'm going to say add link to a floodgate. Oh, maybe it has. Okay, I'm going to link to that one, and then we're going to use that one and that one. There we go. Uh-oh, Harry Beaver's been found dead. The vampires are really thirsty. Absolutely gagging for a drink. Let's check to see if they've all made it into their barracks. Oh, fuck. It looks like they're not actually taking my orders seriously. Having been confined once, they have decided that it's not really their style. Not really their kind of jazz. Play your own kind of jazz. Play your own jazzy song. It's not really working for them. We've lost how many? 121 down to... excuse me, 117. My goodness, that's quite the population dip. Mate, Zathan, I don't want to rain on your parade, but this is not a great place to fall asleep. This is classic danger zone. Absolutely lethal. You close your eyes on that pillow and someone's going to be getting their lips round your arteries quicker than you can say, oh fuck. And you can say, oh fuck, pretty quickly. Certainly quicker than I could close my lips around your arteries. They only feed every season or so. Well, where's the third one then? What are they doing? Why are they fannying around? Let me check the military screen. They are in there, aren't they? Yeah, look, 3 of them. 3 dwarves. Multkupton, Uxdwarf, and a Spurdwarf. They should be in there, shouldn't they? Let's set that order up again. S, M. In there you go. In fact, let's cancel the order. C, O, M, com. There we go. Now we move them over there. All of you, please get up there. All of you could kill all of me. Come on. Where's our third? Stinthad and Dobar are complying. They're being allowed to continue their immortal training scheme. Wait a minute, have we filled... No, we haven't filled all of our coffins yet. Don't know why people are being put in these little stockpiles, but whatever. If we could get him in one of the old dead boxes, yeah? Is that what you're here for? No? Oh, they just came for a little tearful look at their dead friend. He's been drained of blood. I don't know why I'm being so mocking of somebody who's lost a close friend. To hemivore activity, no less. Terrible. Oh, wait, is this the other vampire? Are you coming? Kibby kibby. Da 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 da. Kibby kibby. No, it's going into the bedroom. Although that doesn't necessarily prove anything about his vampiric nature. That's exactly the kind of place vampires like to hang out. Just close your eyes and I will drink your blood. Ah, 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 ah. That's how they talk. Vampires talk like that, didn't you know? Were you not aware? Had you not acquainted yourself with the way that vampires waffle? Of course not. Of course not. You've had no reason to. There's no call for it. Come on. Where's my third vampire? I've definitely got 3 in the fortress. Unless maybe one of the vampires drained another vampire, which seems very unlikely. I don't think the Diablerie has come to Dwarf Fortress yet. That's a strictly World of Darkness sensation? Scenario? Practice? Practice. That's the word I'm going for. That's the word. Excuse me. That was a little bit of trapped gas, just in case you didn't know how belps work. Just in case you were sitting there thinking, well, how did he make such a throaty, wet sound? Now you know. Now you're aware that that's how a belch works. A burpy burpo. A burpy burpee. Come on, where's this third vampire got to then? If only I knew their assumed name, I could zoom to them in the fortress. I'm just going to spot them in the old... Oh, wait a minute. Just a moment. Oh, here we go. Fath. I don't know if that's their
true name or not? They're a professional spearman at the moment, so I could change that. Oh, I could just set a nickname, couldn't I? I could set a nickname. I'm going to put a capital V on the end of their name, which is going to make them very easy to find. Ha 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 ha! I'm such a clever boy. Well done, me. So, citizens. Where's the one I put a V on the end of his name? Anyone see the capital V? Does anybody see the capital V that should be on his name? Maybe not. Maybe it's not working. Let me go back and take a look. What was his name is Fath Unododoren. Let's find him. Let's do a search. Is it S or Q? Q. F-A-T-H. Where is he? Where is he? He's not appearing. He's not appearing under Fath at all. However, I did give him the nickname with a V in it. So if I type V, theoretically he must appear.
Theoretically, he must appear in the list.
But it looks like Stinthad is Denverbok, the spear dwarf. That's you. You're the one. Oh, he's in there. Okay. So, what about Dobar? Dobar Stinthad. Hang on. Into therapist here. If I sort by squad, go to my vampire. We've got Kib, Dobar, and Fath. I'm going to set their nicknames as, I know it's terrible, but I'm going to make them 1, 2, and 3. Set nickname 2, set nickname 3, and all of our vampires are now numerically tagged. Lovely, lovely. So, with that in mind, let's click on this boy. What's your name now? 2. Stinthad Watchfulorb. Why has your name not changed? Why are you no longer creator of a nameless artifact? Intriguing. Right, anyway, back to the search. Let's try and find these dwarves. So, where are you? 1, 2, and 3. I'm not seeing any of their names. Oh, here we go. Here's one. The militia captain picking up equipment. Where are you? Right, well, you very much need to get yourself into your training area, because I am not having any of this gallivanting. You may be the commander of the vampire squad, but don't think that makes you somehow above the law. Or the rules, even. I mean, fuck the law, the rules, that's what we care about here. Fuck the law, he's meat.
No Peloquin.
Sorry, just having a little moment there. So you are very truly... Oh. Didn't get a chance. He's on the look for a drink, isn't he? He's a thirsty boy. He's a thirsty boy, yet at every turn his desires are just thrown back in his face. It's a no-no. He's hunting for the suitable no-no square to drink from, and it's just not happening. It's just not on the cards for poor old number 1. You are number 1. No? You're not going? No, he's taking his sweet time. Is he going to go and look at the barracks or the sleepy place? Dormitory? That's the word I'm looking for. One more time. Is there one solitary dwarf asleep in there? No, there's loads of them. Just go to your training area, sir. You're not getting anybody. People have become on edge. They're wise to the antics of vampires. Vamptics, as they say. This could be the one. This could be the one. He does appear to be heading into the correct area. He's gone past almost the final doorway that could distract him from where he's supposed to be. In you go. Dodge the child. And bish, bash, bosh. Right, I am now pulling all the levers. There we go. Somebody should secure him in there soon enough. Oh, hello. It's not what I intended at all. There we go. There we go, everything's going. Do you know the We Are Number One song 'cause of kids or memes? Well, both, I suppose. I'm aware of the memes, and also Lazy Town was on TV when my kids were young enough to watch it. I suppose technically they still are, but we don't really watch much TV in this house. Well, I don't. Barely watch any. Right, come on, let's seal those vampires in for future training sessions, and let's... You know what? I'm just going to assume everything's going to be tickety-boo with the lever pulling. I'm not going to sit here watching. I see someone moving in. Pull a lever. It's done. No need to panic anymore. Everything's sorted. I've got hiccups now. Heavens above. So, all three of those gates open. That's fantastic. That's just what I wanted. So, add pull now. Brilliant. Close those gates back up if you wouldn't mind. Next. Let's click here. Still waiting for it to be linked to a trigger. However, if I press M and say, yeah, it's already linked up to these two, we're getting there. We're getting there, people. Everybody prepare for victory.
Gird your loins for success.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Having a big old snort there. Well, we've got a lot of granite that needs hauling out of this little area here, haven't we? I mean, this is an extraordinary quantity of granite that's sitting in this tunnel and is going to cause all amounts of havoc if it blocks our floodgates. We need to get it out of there as quick as possible. Hello, Alcerus. If any of one of you happens to be a vampire, as long as you're draining the blood of our enemies, we don't have any problems. Exactly. Exactly. I haven't got a problem with them draining the blood of our enemies. Drink the blood of your enemies, see them crumple before you, and hear the sound of your fangs popping their skin like a Capri Sun. There we go. That's the old Crom words. That's how you do it. That's how you Schwarzenegger as a vampire. Has Arnold Schwarzenegger ever played a vampire? Has he ever been challenged with that particular role? I don't think so. I don't remember him ever being given that particular... I wonder what percentage of actors overall have ever played vampires. I think it might be a fairly low percentage, you know? Because you've got to think of all the people who've played Dracula and their assorted cohorts. Who else have we got? I mean, Dracula's the only named famous vampire I can think of. Can anyone else think of a vampire that's famous by name? I mean, I suppose some of the Anne Rice ones, like your Lestat's. But, I mean, that's a big step down from name recognition of Dracula. As you say Dracula, nobody thinks anything but vampire. But if you say Lestat, there's at least one person who thinks you're talking about turning the temperature up and down. Yeah, not as famous. Not nearly as famous. Oh, please shift this granite, boys. Oh, yes.
Nosferatu. I am Nosferatu, the bald, long-fingered vampire that drinks blood.
Don't all vampires, though? Maybe not. According to the What We Do in the Shadows TV series, there are such things as emotional vampires. Intriguing. Intriguing. Please finish this. You know what I'm going to do? How long have we got till the end of the year? We're halfway through the year, I believe. This is the month, right? Let's do a quick save. Let's nail our progress down. Let's make sure we don't lose all this shit. So, spellcasting. Quicksave. Bosh. There we go. Yeah, no crashes are going to destroy my progress. Not tonight. Does Alucard count when the story has Dracula and Alucard as separate entities? What? But that's just his nom de plume, right? Nom de guerre? Well, war name? Isn't that just his, going as in his secret name? He just does his name backwards. That wouldn't work for me, would it? No one would believe that a man called... How do you spell scoundrel backwards? Where's it written down? I don't see it written down anywhere on the screen. Oh, here we go. Lurdenaux. Lurdenaux. No, I don't think Lurdenaux is going to work. People are going to know who I am. Well, they're not actually. That's a completely wrong-headed way of thinking about it. I don't need a pseudonym. I can walk with an anonymity through the streets as much as I please. Very easy. Very, very easy.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Ah, what sweet music they make.
I can't tell that joke. That's about health issues. I can't tell people that joke. But trust me, it was so funny. It was so funny, I was told off for telling it at the dinner table. It was that fucking funny. Ah, dear. Okay, maybe I should have had some reservations about initiating this save. It's taken a while. It's certainly delaying the speed at which granite is being hauled upstairs, but... here we go. It's over now. There's granite to haul, but it's all over now. Well, not the granite hauling. The granite hauling is only just begun. Excuse me. In Symphony of the Night, you play as Alucard, son of Dracula, because he's evidently not very creative with naming his children. I see. Can vampires have children post-transformation to their vampiric state? Is that an option? Is that something that they can do? I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about that. I think if you attempt to shake hot white coconuts from the veiny love tree of a vampire, you're not going to get much than a little crimson puff of dust out of the end of their old fella. I think you're going to have a failure there. Anything that's been in a vampire's nuts long enough for them to have sort of like got over the initial fear of being cursed with the vampire curse is going to have curdled, right? I reckon post-mortem nuts curdle. I don't think you can extract sperm from a dead body for very long and still have it be fertile, right? Still have it work. Then again, with the wonders of modern science, who knows? Maybe you can take that little jizz bob and let it dry out, keep it for 1,000 years, then reconstitute it with a little bit of spunky juice, and off it goes making babies. I don't know. Maybe that's how the real world Jurassic Park will happen. They'll get a load of insects they've drilled out of amber. They'll get like a pick and mix scoop. They'll upend them into some poor lady's, reproduction vent. And reproduction vent. Now, there's a bit of sexy terminology for you. Madam, please open your reproduction vent. I wish to deposit semen. I don't think that's going to work. I'll try it though. I'll give it a go. Tomorrow, when the kids have gone to school, I'll give Kel a tap and I'll say, "Excuse me, I don't believe we have anything distracting us from me taking a good old scooch at your reproductive vent." No, I don't think she's going to like that. I feel like it's gonna at best result in a withering look.
Not this one again. Come on, scoundrel. Come on.
Where were we? Oh yeah, I got distracted thinking about knickers. Let's go up a floor. No one's coming down to flip this switch, are they? Did I turn off that military alert? I did. The alert no longer stands, which is a problem, because I would like someone to come and flip this switch, but they're very much on the no end of the spectrum regarding that. Oh, Teely has been found dead. No! After all their beautiful scouting they did to find us this place, this isn't something they deserved. Oh dear. I appear to have hiccups. If you bear with me one moment, I'm going to take in a sharp breath and hold it for as long as I can. Okay, I could have probably held it a little bit longer, but it wasn't good for the stream. It wasn't good for the stream. It was dead air, and dead air's no good at all. Dead air's not something you want flowing through these interwebs. You want live air. Oh, hello! Someone's doing the final floodgate. Very positive signs. Has it been finished? I don't know. Let's go up and take a look at the lever. Nope, it's still an ongoing task. Ah, good, someone's pulled that lever. There you go, they've closed nicely, that's good. Did I make 3 separate? I did. I thought I made these all out of the same material, but apparently not. Apparently I'm an idiot. How dare I believe such fancies, such idiocy. Right, you connected yet? No. Come on. Somebody hook up this final lever. Once we've done that, we can build a wall, we can channel out the opening, and we can get obsidian making. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic, in fact. Possibly the most effective obsidian mining technique I have ever engaged with. Also, possibly a massive waste of time and won't work. That is also a possibility. A very real possibility, in fact. Oh, maybe if I just do a little dumpy dump here and then just dump all this stuff. Maybe that's the best bet. What do we reckon? Just get it out of here into a stockpile, right? I haven't got any other dumping jobs on the go, have I? Don't think I have. I'm going to build a little dumpy stockpile. I press double enter here. There we go. I'm going to press D for dump. And then with that done, DBD, we're going to area dump all of this stuff here. Oh yeah, baby. Area dumping. It's the way of the future. No more pinpoint dumping. No more vector dumping. Sorry, I was reaching for a mathematical poo joke and it just wasn't there. There was just nothing there for me. Once again, my grasping fingers close around nothing in comedy void. Horrific. Truly disappointment made flesh. It's good. Right. Nobody seems to be herring down here too fast. I'd kind of expect them to, but not this time. Nope, not interested. As long as it gets done, I'm fine with it. As long as it gets done. And to be honest, we can't do anything fully yet because all the floodgates aren't linked up and tested. So when that's done, then we can apply a little bit more attention to the deep mines. For now, let's see what's going up on the surface. Let's see what's going on up on the surface. That makes more sense. It looks like our sad dwarves have either been killed or cheered up, which is good. We only have one dwarf who's at a yellow level of misery, which is fine. We can stand yellow misery. That's not a problem. That's going to be absolutely fine. Don't know why I keep looking at this floor. This is a very boring floor. All the action's taking place on the manufacturer. Hello. What's this? Why is there a burial queue? Oh, fart knockers. We need to build more graves. B, capital N. No, that's a nest box. Lowercase n is a burial receptacle, you heathen. Here we go. Let's bung these bad boys down. Make sure that we've got space to put all our corpses in. Wouldn't want any uppity ghosts knocking around, would we? That would be a negative consequence. Oh, what's happening here? Has one of our vampires become the mayor despite being locked in a chamber? But mayor, the mayor's supposed to be mayor. Mayor! That's not good. Fucking democracy, am I right? Can't live with it. Can't live without it. I don't know. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Who knows? Still nothing been moved into our artifact stockpile. I'm quite disappointed with that. I kind of thought that was a big brain strategy when I implemented it, but it turns out it's actually a pretty shit brain strategy. Mr. Pooh Brain, you did very badly. Okay. They're still bringing granite up from down below. That's very nice. I'm happy with that. But we are getting to the point where the stockpile's filling up. So they will stop soon. Ideally, they will shift that shit from the corridors first. Or are they going to do the dumping orders first? Or are they going to... Yeah, look, they are. Look at this. Powerful teamwork. The dwarves have flooded down to do stuff. Oh my, this is going to get things done really quickly. This is uncommon, this is. Don't see this kind of synchronicity. Not very often. There we go. Get all this dumped out. Once it's dumped, we can free it up for collection and the dwarves can move it at their own pace. In fact, I may be cheeky and make granite, not even the one I'm collecting. Because if we don't need to get it out of these tunnels, then do we really need to grab it that urgently? I don't think we can do. I don't think we do, actually. We can look at other options. We can go up to the surface and see what kind of stones are more abundant and then have them hauled into nice little stockpiles. That would be good, wouldn't it? Be lovely. Absolute tingles. That's what it'll be. Cool. 2:15. Heavens above. We're charging through this stream, aren't we? It's barely started and we're nearly done. We've only got 45 minutes left. I may have to take a quick peek at Old Dwarf Twitch. That's not what it's called. At Twitch to see who's streaming. Am I going to be able to raid anybody? Or am I soloing it tonight? Am I the only person in the Dwarf Fortress instance on Twitch? We'll soon see. We'll soon see. There's 40 people watching Dwarf Fortress. How many of them are watching me, though? That's the question. Oh, 8. 8! Holy shit. Man, we've gone down the charts. Ura's rune, however, very powerful. 13. Top of the charts. Well done. We'll raid him at the end. That's probably the best bet. If he's still going, we'll see. You never know. You never know. Right, they've nearly finished clearing out this little hallway. There's only a few more bits and bobs. Once that's done, then we can all get excited. You've done the link? He's done the link. Let's add Paul now. See what happens there. Why did I suddenly end up here? What's... More traders. More fucking traders. They just can't stop themselves, can they? They're straight in. Every time. Just, hey, you want to trade? Not really. We're busy. Could you perhaps come back another time? Well, never mind. Could be worse. They could be on fire. We could be on fire. Everybody could be on fire. Which would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay. So, here they come with their wagons. Ignoring the road that I built. Very fancy green glass road. Just completely ignoring it and using some random pathway through the forest. Probably rolling their wagons through a ton of vomit as well. Ah well. Never mind. Never mind, everybody. Let's check to see if my dumping orders are nearly done. They are, very much so. Every piece of stone is in a dwarf's hand, and I'd like to point out the floodgates opened here, which is very good. Very good indeed. Add pull now. There we go. Let's close those bad boys again. And also, once everybody's out, we can put a wall in here. And that'll be lovely, won't it? A lovely little wall. Maybe I should put another floodgate in as a sort of access tunnel, just in case we do need to get back in. Then again, maybe I'm being too sensible. Too careful. Let's just build a wall in there. BCW. We'll pop a wall in over here. There we go. There we go. Lovely. And then someone will hopefully come down and build that. The switch will get flipped. We'll close off all the floodgates. And we can do the channeling to let the water through. It's gonna be great. Trust me. Or don't. I mean, feel free not to trust me. That is also an option. Somehow we've managed to gather 11 idlers all of a sudden. That seems weird. Let's reclaim all this stuff. There we go. Let's also get rid of the dump. There we go. No longer need that. Good. Good. We're just waiting for that to get built and then we're almost there. I am quite chuffed about this. Not so chuffed about this not being dug out. What's going on here? Oh, Christ, I see what's happened. Okay, here we go. If we dig that there, that should give us a pathway round to the... What the fuck was that? Oh, it was my phone. Phone, calm down. Close. Yeah, no, don't do that. Actually close Twitch. There we go. That's it. We don't need it open again. Entirely unnecessary. Okay, press escape, let things advance. Very good. Very good indeed. Nobody's pulled the lever though. They'll get round to it though. A watched pot never boils, as they say, which I think is actually an illusion. Surely it boils, even if you watch it. Just feels like it takes a while, right? Right? Maybe. Okay. So we've got vampires sealed in. We've got coffins being placed in the graveyard. The bodies are getting put in said coffins. That's good. We've started on a granite hall, but to be honest, it's not our most important stone that we need shifting, is it? It's nowhere near our most important stone. From the look of it, rhyolite is quite important. Let's get this rhyolite hauled out of the bedrooms, and then everybody can start having their own bedrooms. Then again, is that important? I mean, sure, we have a couple of sad dwarves. We don't exactly have a rash of people going, oh, I need a bed, I need a bed. Then again, I haven't checked for that. It's entirely possible there is a rash of people saying that. And we do have a lot of people sleeping in the dormitories. Maybe that's not optimal. Regardless, though, we're going to be having some adamantine coming up pretty soon, I think. The whole digging zone is very close to completion. This granite needs shifting. Now I brought it up here, I kind of think, what have I done? I suppose I could always just put a granite stockpile next to the mechanisms workshop, right? Ah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's put one right here. Here we go. Granite. Lovely. Bosch D. Active. Lovely. Also going to put a stockpile there. Make it a stone stockpile. Pop it there. Good. Click on it. S. Please only take granite. Granite? Where are you, granite? Granite, granite, granite. Graphite. Chromite. Mica. Oh, I've missed it. Where is it? Come on. Granite. There we go. Granite. Lovely. Fantastic. And then all I need to do there is say DBD, and we'll just do a lovely box dumping here. Don't get that guy, just we don't want to dump all of his gear. Let's do this, 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 and that. There we go. And then we don't have to undump the wheelbarrows, which is an inevitable consequence of just blanket dumping the entire area. There we go. Now, I want to change this one to be just rhyolite. So if we do that, go into stone, say no more granite please. I just want rhyolite being collected, and hopefully that will clear out the bedroom zone nice and quickly. Nice and quickly. Do I repurpose this one that I was using for the adamantine hauling to get a separate stone? I could get the cinnabar collected, couldn't I? You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the cinnabar connected. Connected? Collected. That's what we're looking for. Cinnabar. Bosh. Lovely. Very good. Just what we were hoping for. Okay. They're moving that granite into the dumping zone. Hopefully they'll get that done nice and quickly. And hopefully they've built that wall down in the lower zone, right? They have, and nobody walled themselves in. Champion. Okay, although they haven't dug this tunnel round to dig out the infrastructure, which is fair enough. Fair enough. Is it priority 1? It is. Presumably somebody's going to come down here and do it, but they're not doing it particularly fast, are they? We could build a floor here, couldn't we? In fact, we could build out an entire... build out an entire floor over here, just so people can get around it. There's less risk of falling in. Nah, maybe not. Maybe not. Doesn't seem like the most sensible move ever. Seems like a very poor choice, in fact. A very poor choice indeed. Just let them get on with it. Let them get on with it. Let the diggers dig. And once they've dug, things are going to be pretty groovy. Ah, they picked it up. Look, they picked it up as an option. All the floodgates are closed. Once they're around here, we can channel in these bits, and we should end up with some happy days, fun times. That's the dream, at least. That is the hope. Nobody going to do it, though? Nobody interested? They're taking their sweet-ass time. Stop watching it, scoundrel. Stop watching it. And do we want to trade with these boys? May as well get the trader into the depot, right? May as well send him up there. Be able to get rid of some mechanisms, hopefully. They haven't been moved to the right trade depot, but okay. Whatever. Whatever. Who gives a ding-dong, right? Maybe I should start using my clay a bit more. I haven't actually made anything out of clay yet, have I? But I can't really think of anything in particularly useful that we could make out of clay. That we can't make out of anything else, right? We've got pots being made out of rock, that's fine. It's not like we're running out of rock anytime soon. I really only bought the clay just because we have the capacity to work with it, but it doesn't seem particularly useful to me. I'll tell you what, let's go into the workshops themselves and see what they make. Magma kiln, add. So collecting clay, unnecessary. Instrument pieces, jugs, bricks, statues, pots, crafts, stone statues, stone. We can also make pearl ash, plaster powder, glaze, clay or stone jugs, or glaze, clay or stone crafts, and make quicklime. Maybe we just bang it into instruments? I'll just make tons of jugs. Jugs, bricks and statues. Bricks might be fun. They're not that fun though, are they? Clay crafts, capital C. What's in the clay crafts? You know what? Bang it. Just go through it. Just if we've got any clay makers, do it. Craft up some clay shit for me. I did not call you useless, Claycree. I was just saying that we've got a lot of clay that we haven't used, and maybe that is useless. No, not useless. Unused. Underutilized. There we go, digging myself out of a little hole there. Very nice. Okay. So. Everything's going fine here. This floor's looking good. They've picked up all the cinnabar, which means it's, yep, appearing in these stockpiles. Very good. Granite is starting to disappear, and the rhyolite is coming in. That's nice. We want to see that stuff hauled out of the bedroom zone. Tons of jugs sounds fun, but not the kind you're talking about. That's true. That's true. Maybe I should make clay boobs. That might work. Might sell well. Well done digging a hole and then digging out. A true dwarf. That's true. Very true. Perfect digging. That's what I've been doing. Is this all sorted? Nearly. They dug the tunnel. Brilliant. These little bits of orthoclase here need moving. But what do? Do I bring them up to the... They are orthoclase, aren't they? They are orthoclase. Do I put orthoclase in the cinnabar stockpile? I think I might have to. I think I might have to go with that. Down to the cinnabar stockpile. Let's add orthoclase as an option of something that can go in here. Where are you? Where's the orthoclase? Cinnabar. Orthoclase. There we go. Let's see if they'll bring any of that up. I mean, they're probably going to be preoccupied with rhyolite, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I could cancel the rhyolite and just get all the cinnabar brought up, right? I mean, they're doing some powerful movement. They're getting stuff moving pretty quickly. And they are going for the wheelbarrows already. Yeah, let's let this unfold as is. No need to tweak. No need to fiddle. No need to tweak. Let's just let it go. Let's just let it go. Let's get rid of the camera. Doesn't need to be there, does it? Doesn't need to be there. It'll be fine. Okay. This is all dug out. I still haven't done that temple that I need to do, have I? Maybe I should put that in there now. Then again, there's all that crap over the floor. What we should probably do is get it smoothed first, right? Let's smooth the temple at priority 1. Here we go. And then we'll smooth the guild hall at priority 2. That seems perfectly sensible, doesn't it? Actually, I should probably be doing this at the other end of the spectrum, shouldn't I? Let's do this one at 7. There we go. And then we'll do the other one at 6. That seems more sensible, just in case we need some high priority smoothing done. Yeah, that's good. That's good. They're definitely coming down here to collect autoclaves. Look at this. Look at the stream of wheelbarrows. So much quicker when they use wheelbarrows, right? Excuse me. Yeah, look at them go. Picking it all up, bringing it out. I mean, ideally, we'd be shifting this shit down here first. This would be the prime hauling spot. But maybe I should just do a... In fact, I will do that. Let's just do a little dump down here, he says. Let's pop it there. There's our dump. D. Escape. And then DVD will just dump both of those. Lovely. And then someone will hopefully bring it down. Now, we have, hopefully, moved all of that stuff that I brought up here for dumping. All the granite. Where is it? Has all the granite been dumped, or am I going to accidentally end up bringing it downstairs to dump? I don't think so. No, everything's been dumped out of that one. It's fine. It's fine. No need to worry. Everything's going to be tickety-boo. Tickety-bookety-boo, boo, boo. Okay. Come down a few floors. Check out what's going on in here. Still good. Still good. No one's picked up this rock yet. I mean, I could just channel and let it drop down into the thing, but I have a horrible feeling it's going to jam up a floodgate, right? We've had too many disappointments with jammed up floodgates, in my opinion, so I'm not going to allow it. Oh, hello. You come to collect autoclaves. Holy mother moly, they've done it. They've only gone and done it. What about this one? You're more interested in coming over here for this one, aren't you? Slightly irritating. Slightly irritating, but it could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Someone's come down here now with the... What are you getting over there? Oh, look, there's more autoclaves there. Never mind, it's all fine. It's all fine. At least they're coming down here. That indicates that they've probably mowed their way through the upper levels with autoclaves, right? If we come down... None on that floor. There's a bit on that floor. Possibly brimstone. There's brimstone. What's this? Orpiment. Bit in here. Mostly there. Still loads to be picked up here. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're slowly picking it up. Getting it shifted. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Well, I would rather it was being moved down in the lower mines quicker, but whatever. Oh, it's been done! So, DH, priority 1. I would like to channel this bit here, which will open up new vistas, I believe. So, channely wannely there. Excuse my sniffles. Yeah, nothing's going to leak out. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Here comes a miner to do the job. Now, hopefully, he can't actually... Yeah, he can't actually stand anywhere where he's going to fall. DH, let's do that one there. Somebody come pick that up. Are we going to pick that job up? No? D... B... No, hang on. B... Oh, hang on. Fuck that up. Build constructed floor. I'll pop a floor there. And I'm going to make it out of glass blocks, if we've got any knocking around. Green glass blocks, anybody? Green glass blocks? Quartzite blocks? Rose gold bars? Electrum bars? Turns out I used all the green glass blocks to make that road. Who would have thought that was even possible? Huh. Okay. In that case, let's make it out of... Oh, duh, green glass blocks. Plenty of them. Plenty of green glass blocks. Don't be silly, scoundrel. Don't be a silly Billy. Okay, this is looking good. I feel like this is actually going to fill up quite nicely. Maybe I don't need all 3 of those dug out, but we'll give it a go. Oh, actually, look. The 7s and 6s are advancing very slowly. Mind you, it's trying to fill up 3 squares from a single width, isn't it? Which isn't very sensible. It's not very sensible at all. Although, also, nobody's picked up my digging orders, which is a bit annoying. I would like somebody to be doing a bit of diggly-wiggly here. Channely-wannely. Not interested, apparently. How rude. Oh, people are coming down here. Oh, I should probably get rid of that that little stockpile, shouldn't I? Not stockpile, dumping zone. There we go. Don't need you confusing matters, thank you very much. Everything's fine. You'll see. Okay. So nobody's digging this just yet, but we will get there. We will get there. Oh, look at this. It's coming along nicely. We're going to get a load of adamantine. It's going to be tons of it. Absolutely bloody tons of it. Oh, I can practically taste the adamantine. Oh god, we haven't traded with these guys, have we? Did I call the trader in? I did. Right, I'm going to buy their bars. Their gems. Do I want their blocks? Sod it, let's just get blocks. Buy their glass. Same as last time, really. Clay, sure. Ropes, yeah. Why not? Water skins, not so much. Let's go down a few bits. I'm not going to do the musical instruments. We've got rimads, golasts, knobs and timols, or tobols, sorry. It's fine. There's nothing new there. Nothing new. I'm not going to buy any animals. Can't be bothered with that kind of carry-on. You know what? Maybe I just send them on their way with all of our crap. Let's do it. We've got a shitload more crappy clothing now. Way more crappy clothing. Mainly, I feel, because we undumped a lot of the shit that we had. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm actually selling quite a bit of good clothing with the crap, but it's too difficult to pick the good and the bad stuff apart. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Likewise, we need to find the mechanisms. Let's sell those. There we go. Mechanisms. Selling mechanisms. Still not into profit. Fair enough. Pretty sure I can manage that with some serrated green glass discs, yeah? Yeah. There we go. Maybe some spiked copper balls as well. Oh wait, look, there's more. Ah, look at all these tunics and hoods. Okay, we're not selling any of our artifacts. That's unnecessary. But the green glass discs and copper balls, not a problem. There we go. Trades completed. Trades completed. Let's also allow our trader out of the depot. That would be ideal. Good. Goody, goody bum plops. Okay. So that's good. There's a bit of miasma going on in this area, which is concerning, but it's not the end of the world. All the mechanisms down here have been sold. That's good. Miasma in the graveyards. It's slightly more concerning than miasma in the grazing zone, but also not the end of the world. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. What else have we got going on here? Okay, we're moving a bit of rhyolite out of here. That's nice. The orthoclase stockpile is getting pretty damn full, as is the cinnabar. There was still more cinnabar to be grabbed. I didn't realise. That's good. And the rhyolite is now taking over in the X-granite stockpile. That's fine. Are they still taking granite? I think they are still taking granite into this, aren't they? Let's try it. DBD. Let's dump that granite and that granite and that granite and that granite and that granite, and that should do it. That should get all the granite we wanted dumped. And then we can set ourselves up a nice little orthoclase dump and put a load of stuff in there, couldn't we? That'd be nice. Lovely little orthoclase dump. Still nowhere near rationalising all the stone in the fortress, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Certainly got a lot closer to removing all the orthoclase that was lying around. Nice yellow stones. Oh, this is pretty good. That's all filled up. I would like someone to come and actually dig this out. They've picked up the order now. That's the main thing. Once we've channeled that and that, we put glass floors over them. It'll be great. It will be great. But we do want to be able to... maybe I need to flip the switches already. Fuck it, let's do it. Now, Sal said to keep repeating it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to keep repeating it. I'm just going to pull it. Oh my god, someone immediately went to pull it. Let's watch the water flood out here and turn it into obsidian. Ah. Okay. It's not as effective as I had hoped it would be. Maybe I didn't let the water levels drain up quite high enough. Okay. Very ineffective. Why though? Why so ineffective? It needs to be deeper, I guess. That must be it. So we'll take this, add, pull now. There we go. Somebody come and yank that if you wouldn't mind. That would be the ideal. D, no, not D. B, constructed floor. Pop a bit of floor there. Bang, green glass block. Lovely. And we'll also channel out that area there. Very nice. Yeah? Good. Good. I'm actually pretty disappointed by the lack of obsidian we're seeing there. Then again, you know, we didn't let it fill up to full 7s before we flipped the switch, so maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. It needs a whole 7 depth of water dumping out before it can do anything. Right, someone come and flip this switch, please. It's definitely getting rid of magma, but unfortunately it being the magma sea, I mean, it needs to be getting rid of magma at a slightly faster pace to turn it all into obsidian. But that's fine. That's fine. We got all this stuff created, so surely we'll get a way round to doing it over here. This will also work. Although they're significantly less keen to flip the switch this time round, it would seem. Nobody's really paying any attention. Okay. I'll stop watching for a bit. Go to the surface, scoundrel. Pay attention to what's going on in other parts of the fortress. Maybe you'll get better dividends there. Not really. It's all about waiting for the hauling, isn't it? You could build some walls down there to herd the water better so it doesn't have to spread over all the obsidian. Well, I do want it to spread over all the obsidian. That's the problem. Ultimately, that is the goal. Okay, it's filling up now. Much better. Oh, we've got another channel. Oh no, they haven't done it yet. Don't worry. One more channel and we'll be on. Then again, once that's filled up to 7, is it going to start flooding up through the floor? I really don't want that. Really don't want that. It's nearly at 6s and 7s, isn't it? I'll piss off, I don't care. Do we open these gates and see what happens? I'm going to do it. It's starting to look a little bit floody. Oh, someone's coming in with the green glass floor to pop in there. That's nice. Oh, maybe it won't flood. Oh, it will. It fucking will, sunshine. Add pull now. Let's get that pulled quickly before we overflow. Someone is coming to do the dig. That may well result in a high pressure geyser. Oh, it did. It did. But someone is going to flip the switch before it's a major problem, aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't they? No, don't get washed off the edge, you spanner. God, here we go. Big problems. Big problems already. It's okay though, it's going to go into the magma zone, so it's just going to get boiled off before it ends up being released with the flick of a switch, right? Yeah? Because this is going to open, drain it all out this way. It's going to stop overflowing from here. He says, not quite optimistically enough. Excuse me. It's almost exactly the same as what happened before, isn't it? The water went so far and then couldn't quite get to the depth it needed to sploosh. Somebody come and pull this lever. I'm getting nervous now. Getting a little bit nervous. And then once that's been pulled, we can put a floor in to stop it from pressurising up here. Lengthen the water pipe. Those south gates look good. Yeah, I'm hoping. Oh, here we go. Look, that's it. They're going to open. Please make some obsidian for me if you could. If the water goes in fast enough, we will end up with some obsidian for me. Although maybe it's not going to happen. No. I'm not seeing it happen. That said, build constructed floor. Let's pop a little glass floor in here. There we go. Bang. Now we don't need to worry about the water coming up too high pressure. Annoyingly, down here it's just not enough pressure anyway. Oh, what happened there? Question mark? Oh, someone's been possessed. Not ideal, but you know what? There's nothing we can do about it now. I'm in the middle of trying to figure out why this obsidian scheme isn't working. Because opening it up here worked fine, and it created all this obsidian around here. Interesting. What? He's claimed a workshop. Yeah, he's claimed a Craftsdorf workshop. Really not that interested, mate. Just let me get on with this little head scratcher. Hello, Marchesny. No worries. Thanks for joining us, even for a brief moment. I'm trying to figure out my obsidian situation, and it's not as good as I would have hoped, to be honest. I feel like maybe I didn't... Maybe I do need to do some kind of special channeling bobbins here. But what? Does it need to come through with a higher pressure or something? Is that what I'm missing here? Because it's definitely not getting the obsidianization that I was hoping for. In fact, it's far from it. Very far from it. So what you're suggesting, Druidsmead, was kind of put a wall in around here maybe, and then dump water like that? Which is going to be awkward because I'll need to remove too much horizontal flow. Loss of pressure. Interesting. Okay, so maybe we need it to open up. Just close. Have they built the floor bit yet? No, that hasn't been built. Once that's built, we can close the gates. Oh, don't do that. That's not where you want to be. There you go, that's where you want to be. Maybe I'll just pull the top one as well, see what happens. There we go, let's pull that one. Find out what the deal is. Because it's certainly staying 7 deep that far back. Once that opens though, I reckon it's going to drop down significantly here and we're not going to see much coming through. Could be wrong though. Could be very wrong. Probably not though. I feel like I've got a good grip. I don't think it would work even one wide. I'm imagining a 10 by 10 beige above flooded 7-7 on a bridge. Then it retracts and splooshes a room full of water all at once. See, that would be an interesting proposition. That would probably make more obsidian for sure. See, these ones here are getting down to 3s and 1s. So maybe they will actually end up splooshing sometime soon. Oh, we've got some bits over here. Are they forming? No. It's difficult. Very difficult. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle this. Although I'm not going to do anything until they've put that floor in. Oh, have they? Constructed floor, muddy green glass block floor. They have. Ah, okay, we can pull the levers again. So add, pull now. Click, add, pull now. Okay, so we close both the gates, both sets of gates. Allow pressure to build up again, and then we'll figure out what we're doing after that. Are we trying to merge water and lava to create obsidian? We are, yes. The idea, of course, is to turn all of this magma into obsidian so we can carve and get to the sweet adamantine. That's the dream. So is the water removing 7 of 7 magma down to 6-7, then more magma is flowing in faster than the water? I think that's what's happening, yes. I think we need to douse our whole 7. The weird thing is, all of this was magma, and when we opened these floodgates for the first time, it flooded around here and turned everything into magma, or into obsidian, but it's just not doing that now. I don't think we're putting through anywhere near enough pressure. See, no one's come to pull these gates now. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's got a good head of pressure on it, but apparently not enough. I mean, maybe if I opened one gate at a time, which I can't do now, I've hooked it up this way, but maybe if we opened it one gate at a time, it would work? Maybe? I could probably build some kind of wall across here, deconstruct this and flood that area, and then, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Water flows horizontally about 20 to 30 tiles, then goes meh. Okay. Well, it did fill up when I had this closed. Everything filled up nicely, so there should be some pressure there, surely. Hello, Nico Live. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. I am currently attempting to use this water from the caverns above to douse this magma to give me access to this sweet, sweet candy. But unfortunately, it's not really playing out quite how I wanted. It seems like we don't have the pressure to supply water fast enough. That's the problem. That's the problem. When I opened these floodgates, we got a nice dousing here that created all this obsidian there. But every time I bring the water round to here and then open the gates, it just doesn't have the oomph required. Got nowhere near the oomph required, in fact. Maybe smacking in some floodgates? Oh, I don't think it's having more floodgates put in that's the problem. Look, because this will quite happily build up to 7 deep. No problem whatsoever. And we've done a fairly decent job of lowering the level of magma in general around here to 6. But beyond that, I mean, we haven't exactly showered ourselves in glory. What to do? See, the problem that I have, Druid's Mead, with the bridge method, by pulling a bridge out underneath and dumping the water from above, which is ideally the way to do it. The water coming from above totally works. But I can't put anything on the sides of the drawbridge to hold the water on it. 1 floodgate might be better than 3 trickling. I think the gates need to be nearer where the water is dropping in vertically. Let's say build a little tunnel over here that comes around to this bit and splooshes. Maybe? You're right, it does take a while to fill up over here, doesn't it? It's still all 1s and 2s. Even by the time it gets to 7, it's going to be a bit meh in pressure terms. Well, we'll let it get to 7s. Oh, looks like a migration wave. Okay. Fair enough. Let me just check out what they're like. Migration wave. We had 117 adults. Oh, Halo. 1 child and 0 vulnerable babies. We now have 116. Okay. So despite a migration wave, our population has dropped. Intriguing. Intriguing. Let's try one more time, see if that's actually what's happened. Yeah, population's gone down by 1, and we've had at least 4 or 5 dwarves turn up in this last migration wave. So, holy shit. Not optimal. They haven't brought any particularly exciting skills other than a level 10 gem setter, and militarily they are noobish. Very much unskilled. Oh well, could be worse. Back down here. No vampires. We're safe from vampires for now. Yeah, it's taking a hell of a lot longer to fill up than I would like. Maybe if we let it fully fill, we might do okay, but I don't know. It doesn't seem very likely. It doesn't seem very likely at all. If we're only managing a little trickle normally. What? What are we looking at? Asbestos has begun a mysterious construction. Very exciting. There we go. Back down here. Back down here. Let that water pressure build. Just enough. I suppose we could kind of try building a chamber above to sploosh down into. I mean, we can always fill it from here, right? And then we can have it rain down from above. Maybe if I make some kind of lever-driven flooring. Is there something we can do other than a bridge? Like a hatch, maybe, or something? Maybe a hatch will work. I'll tell you what. Let's get my miners. Let's put them on priority 1. Let's go down a floor. Start over here. Up. Oh crap, it's on this tunnel. Maybe it's not as easy as I thought. Sod it. You can put stuff around it, don't worry. So that's the extent of the drop zone. Cool. Dig that out. Once they've dug that out, we can maybe fill it with water and put some kind of alternate floor grates in, maybe. Is that how it's going to work? Floor gratings? We'll see. We will see. I suppose what I could do is put a series of levers around the edge and then various hatches that flip open on the bottom. Fill it with water and then you can open an individual hatch to douse a specific area in water from above. Question mark? Oh yeah, look at this. It's taking forever. The 6s and 7s haven't even made it round to the second sets of gates. A retracting bridge could drop a shitload, but that is a lot of bridge. That's a lot of bridge to build. This tank also needs to be fillable and emptyable. We could floodgate it here, couldn't we? Oh, I don't know. It's difficult to say. So we've got this whole column of water we can tap at any point to try and get it filled in, but Jesus Christ, this is turning out to be way more complicated than I anticipated. Ah, the water level is full. So part of me thinks, now open this one and see what happens, yeah? Maybe it'll work. Or now open this one up here? I guess you have to obsidianize out from an existing edge on that level. Yeah, that's one of the problems with it. You have to, every time you go down a floor, you basically lose a whole ring around the edge.
Asbestos Oilincon, the dwarven child, has created Lesastigim, a persimmon wood figurine of Doran machine roast. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Vukar Silverwheel.
Very exciting. There we go. Let's take a little look at this. Take a little look at this item. Flank twists. Interesting.
This is a persimmon wood figurine of Doran Machine Roast. All Crafts dwarf ship is of the highest quality. The item is a masterfully designed image of Doran Machine Roast the Dwarf and Dwarves in persimmon wood by Asbestos Olincon. Doran Machine Roast is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Doran Machine Roasts to the position of Baroness of the Triangular Town in 345. It is decorated with persimmon wood, one-humped camel leather, llama wool, and sheep bone. This object menaces with spikes of orthoclase and rope reed. On the item is an image of the worthless winnower, the Railgar crown, in persimmon wood. On the item is an image of dwarves in billion. The dwarves are travelling. The artwork relates to the foundation of Cryptbeards by the bearded machine of the Triangular Town in the early spring of 500. On the item is an image of Zephon champion figures, the dwarf and dwarves in dingo leather. Zephon champion figures is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf faint corpse Zephon champion figures to the position of Queen of the Triangular Town in 203. Very exciting. It's worth 20 grand, but you know what? I think my engineering systems at the moment are a little bit more interesting for me. I'm less interested in fancy pants artifacts and more interested in very standard pants waterworks. That's what I'm interested in. Full-blown standard pants. What can I do? Because we need the water to sploosh in with some pressure. I'm going to try the whole open, close gambit. I'm going to go for this one, add, pull, now repeat. There we go, and then hopefully someone will just open and close and we'll see how it pans out. They should stay by the lever and keep doing it, but we'll see. We shall see. Maybe it just needs an insane amount of water poured in from above. And that could be the case. See, this here must be the bottom, the water downspout, so to speak. So, I mean, that literally only made one set of squares directly below. That's no good. That's not what we want. Is anyone going to come and pull this lever now? We do have 7 or so idlers, so it's not like we don't have anyone to do it. It's not like there's nobody around to pull the lever, is it? Is it? Is it? Maybe? Question mark? They're taking their ass time. Their ass time? Sweet ass time. Heavens above. I missed a word. They're taking their ass time. As you do. Everyone takes their ass time. If you don't, you pop because you're too full of shit. Ah, dear. Dreadful. Okay. So there's not much developing here. It looks like everything's going to be fairly quiet until the next stream, isn't it? Oh, he's pulling it. And he's stopped. They don't stay down there. They said they stayed down there, but they don't stay down there. And they're very much not acquiring full pressure. It's taking out a bit of the water. Oh, here we go. It's closed again. It's opened again. I keep pulling the wrong one. I meant to be opening these ones. I thought that would do it, but apparently not. Okay. Cease and desist. No, do it on the next one. Pull it again. Boom, lovely, and I would now like to cancel that standing order. There we go. Lovely. Keep the gate shut. Could I... Oh, we're on for this one. This is good. Lovely. Now I'm trying to think about how I do the flooring in here in order to make it a proper full-blown drop from above thing. I mean, there's hatches, sure. How big an area of hatches can you link up to a floodgate? Could I do the entire floor as hatches? Excuse me.
soak up the magma with migrants. I'm not sure. It's not as such an obsidian farm, Photon Umbra. Obsidian is a side effect of what I'm trying to do. I want to get this candy out, and the easiest way to do that, in my opinion, could be wrong, is to douse it with water repeatedly, and hopefully end up with some nice solid material you could dig into to extract the adamantine from. So far, though, it has proved to be a bit not the case. Not the case at all. I'm going to try this one. Add pull now. There we go. Pull that lever. That should open these ones. I'm seeing a little bit of... because we did kind of make a dent in the level. Maybe if they spend long enough just constantly pouring water in, it will end up turning some of it into obsidian. One mechanism per hatch per tile can all be on one lever. Okay, so maybe we could from above do like an enormous room that just dumps it all in one go, right? It's going to take a while though. Channeling out and placing in the old hatches is going to be a long old job. Then again, it's not like this wasn't also a long old job, and this one didn't even fucking work, did it? I had high hopes down here. I really thought it would just put enough water in to start turning it into obsidian, but maybe we just didn't give it long enough. Well, Photon Umbra, you'll see in a minute. Once they pull the lever, I'm just doing a little bit of troubleshooting before I finish the stream. We're gonna go and finish in a minute, but wouldn't one bridge be easier? It's got to sit on an edge and stuff. I just feel like I would like the ability to be a bit more refined in where I'm dumping the water, right? Just to be a little bit more like, do I want to dump it in the top left, bottom right, rather than just having massive gouts of water fall down at once? Then again, maybe they'll get built quicker if I do bridges. Bridges will work underwater then? Presumably. I'll give it a go with bridges. Of course, we've got to dig the hole first. See, it's going down to 5s, 4s. I'm seeing some 4s and 3s. It's never quite taking it down to just the 1s, which will be just enough. Then again, look at the amount. We've got lots of 5s and 6s here, but the area that has been reduced in depth is spreading. And it's not like that water's ever going to run out, so maybe over enough time it will do it. You can make one wide bridges. Oh, that's true, yeah, do like one wide bridges that just pull back. Yeah, we'll dig this room out first though. Got to get dug out first. Got to get it dug? Got to get it dug out. That's the important thing. Plan 2. I'm also going to leave this one open. Just going to see how it works out. I mean, otherwise, do we really need to keep the water in the tunnel? I don't think it's that important, is it? And there's a chance that over time it might end up working. It might just be a very slow method. I think if we get everything down to one level of magma, it should work. Then again, look at the trickle coming out of here. It's all 1s and 2s just cascading down. It's nothing really, is it? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Then again, every now and again I keep seeing a level 3 flicker over here. That is where it's happening, isn't it? Yeah, that's where it's landing. It just needs more water coming through. And the pressure's nowhere near high enough. It's bows and arrows against the lightning. I mean, I suppose so. We do seem to be doing something that's not really working. We'll try the dumping from above. They're digging this room pretty quickly. I feel like next session we'll get this room well dug, put in a few drawbridges and see how it works out. I do need to be able to flood this room though. That's going to be the dangerous part. I'll put all the infrastructure in, then I'll figure out the flooding part and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it figures out. Well, I mean, we have the river. This is the water channel here from the cave, so we can just stick that in, no problem. But it's stopping it from flowing everywhere else, isn't it? That's the real problem. And that's the real problem, because we've got this cavern water, haven't we? We're not using river water, we're just using cavern water coming out of here. Holy shit, we're depleting the levels in here pretty fast. Considering how small the outflow is, that is a pretty brutal flow. Interesting. And of course, still no obsidian. Still no obsidian. It's just not going to happen. The flow was strong enough up here, but it wasn't over here. Maybe we need more vertical power coming? If I can dig a vertical shaft on this side to feed in, maybe? Multiple shafts? Is that possible? Is that the kind of dream that we dare to dream? Or is that the kind of dream that gets you locked up forever in an insane asylum? I had a dream quest of unknown Kadath. Any tips for avoiding FPS death, says Photon Umbra. Yes, I do. Build vertically, trying to keep your horizontal pathfinding minimised. Keep animals in cages, kill loose animals before there's too many of them. Try and figure out your stockpiles and make segregated stockpiles so you know where stuff is. So not just like make a mechanism stockpile, sorry. Make one for masterworks that you're going to use and then put all the other tat elsewhere. Like this one here, all of these statues, armor stands, weapon racks, blah blah blah. Try and keep stocks under control. That usually helps. Other than that, I mean, I'm not the best method. I'm not the best person to ask. That would be Sal. Ask Salford Sal how to play the game. She'll give you good answers. Ask me, and I may make things worse. It's entirely possible. Druidsme says wall up caverns, kill or cage animals, do a short history, small world, small embark. Yeah, that is a good point. Small world, small embark, short history. Also, the reason that works is because it's constantly calculating what's going on in the wider world, and if you've got a smaller world, there's less to calculate. Excuse me. Sorry, massive hiccups going on here. Pardon me. So yeah, that's my general advice, and also... excellent news. They dug that out bloody quickly, didn't they? So now we need to start channeling, I suppose, don't we? DH... Oh, we need to do that channeling thing where it's every other square, don't we? Oh, it's going to take for bloody ever. Here we go. No, not there. Not there. Not there. There we go. I think this is going to be too long. How long can you build a drawbridge? So B, G, there we go. Okay, it's pretty short actually. So I'm gonna say we're gonna need 2 drawbridges for the room. Either way, one on this side, one on this side, and then hooked up to a lever, I think. And we can put the levers in this corridor if I widen it out just a bit. Priority 1, lovely. Put one there. Is that right? That is right. Make it slightly wider, just to accommodate pathing and... oh crap. He's gone the wrong way. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. Still a pathetic trickle, barely having any effect on the magma whatsoever. It's sad. It's very sad. We're doing so well as well. That's the great tragedy of it. Doing very well. I suppose we could channel out some of this, couldn't we? And allow water to fill up there from this gate. Hang on. Here's a plan. Here's a little plan. Add pull now. Close that off. Close that off. And we're going to say DH. And we're going to channel not there. because that would be insanity. We're going to come one in and we're going to channel down like this. Yeah? And that will theoretically yield a bit of a catchment area of water. And then channeling next to it will cause the two to touch, and we'll see what happens. We may be able to manually pull the fluids across. We'll see how it goes. Might end up being a very bad idea, but we'll see. We will see. Is that priority 1, that dig? That channel? It is. What about all this up here? That's also priority 1, isn't it? Oh, crying out loud. Priority 2, please. Come on. Come on. That's what we want. A little bit of priority 2. Two. There we go. Multiple approaches at once now. We've got our sights set on the adamantine. We're going to get it out of the ground. Everything else in the fortress has become secondary to its extraction. I'm so disappointed with this corridor. I really thought this was the answer. But no. No, 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 no. How dare you dream such sweet, sweet dreams, scoundrel. What a fool. What kind of idiot believes the possibility of dreams? We could also dig straight through to here. Some of this adamantine is mineable already, just from what we've put down. And again, let's not get cocky. Let's not get cocky. Let's save the game and come back to it at a later date. There we go. Game saved. I'll go back to the home screen and we'll just check to see who's available for a mini raid. Because, wow, not many people were interested tonight. Let's quickly get Twitch open on my phone. Let's pause Mr. Swirler's beautiful singing in the background and see what we got. 41 people apparently currently watching Dwarf Fortress. 15 of them watching me. 14 of them watching Uruz Rune. 11 watching Picture Point. And 1 watching Trohel. Now, we could raid Uruz Rune and double up there, get the double count going on, or we could raid Picture Point. What do we reckon? What do you reckon? I reckon we'll give Uruz a raid because, fuck it. Fuck it. We know Uruz. We know it's a good group. It's a good scene in there, isn't it? Plus 30 horizontal, the flow becomes a distinctly middle-aged piss strip. Yes, it does seem that way. Dream the impossible dream. Hope the impossible hope. Snort the impossible coke and drink booze. What? That went weird in the end, didn't it? Very strange. Let's type /RAID and we will raid Uruz Rune, which I think I've spelled right. I spelt it right without even checking. What a correct boy I am. What a superb human being. Actually, that's a bit exaggerative, isn't it? I'm not a superb human being. I am a barely adequate human being. But nonetheless, you watched. Thank you very much for doing so. It's been a genuine pleasure streaming for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And now we will head over to visit old Uruz Rune once I've got past the ads and got into his channel. Because, fuck it, it's really annoying when you get in and someone's like, hello, thanks for the raid. Hello? 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 And then when you get in there, they've bored of even saying hello. It's sad. It's tragic. Nighty-night. Sleep tight. Sweet dreams. I'll see you on the other side, he says. There's still 10 seconds of this fucking ad to go. What are they advertising here? What are you trying to sell me here? Cooling fans? Come on, I built my PC ages ago. I don't need Predator cooling fans. Shit, probably shouldn't shit talk the ads. Here we go. Uruz Rune is ready. Let's go. We're off. Bye. And those of you watching the old VOD, thank you very much. See you later. Bye.